Clips. I don't know about yous, I need a break for that, man. Right, I think that's it sorted now. rudely interrupt. Oh no, you're listening to EastEnders. I rudely interrupt this for a little song. Now let me share this in the chat with y'all, as well as a link to his SoundCloud. Then we can have a wee bit of something different. Okay, pop pickers. Feel like Dr. Fox. The hits don't stop there, they just keep going. Last one, and then we'll be in. I love that. It was a lovely wee transy tune, man. Dolphins. The dolphin times, sorry. Enjoy, pop pickers. And that's the meaning of life. Alrighty, YouTube's another one of Kip's Corona clips. And not the Infowars Nightly News. Oh god, I can't do it. It's too stuffy. Whew. No chance. Too stuffy in there. Took my hair in, man, out my eyes. Otherwise I'm like a fucking shaggy dog. But soon I'll be like a Viking. I'm thinking about growing my hair long and getting a Mohican when the lockdown's done. You know what I mean? Kinda like a, don't know, kinda like a mullet you can get away with nowadays, eh? A Viking style Mohican. But I don't know, just thinking about it. Anyway, thanks Pontiac for the tunes. My favourite was the Dolphin Times. I like that, man. But I'm a weirdo, man. Anything like along Ian Brown's lines where you're talking about monkeys and dolphins, I'm in. I don't know what it is. The topics resonate in the musical form for some reason. I think everybody resonates with a monkey. Got done that. Anyway, thank you Pontiac for letting us play your tunes, man. So here's a wee link to his SoundCloud. And the YouTube links are further up in the chat as well. You'll get them. If you want to go and check out his YouTube or... Jesus Jones, is it going to be one of these ones? Doesn't make... But anyway. Skeptical. With the spectacles and the gas mask about the so-called skeptics. And watching the motherfucking Watchmen. No matter who you think these are. Or proclaim who he be. I'm still watching. The Watchmen. Or the people who think they're Watchmen. Watching the Watchers. Who watch the Watchers. And I've got a watch on the Watchers. Too many watches. Too many watches there in the world. Right, hold on, there's a button I was looking for. It was this button here, and it was this button here. Reminded me later to get out my hair. Anyway, welcome. One and all. To tonight's Not the Infowars Nightly News. Live, mofos. The internet's going through struggles just now, you know, because everybody's using it at the same time because it's so popular. But I genuinely went into Tesco the other day, when was it, Friday, and done my shopping using a late 90s, early 2000s Grand Theft Auto gangster bandana. And like, I had my glasses on. I need to take my glasses off, put my scarf on, and then right. I went round Tesco like this. I swear to God, at one point I wanted to get water pistols and hold somebody up for their toilet roll. Give me a fucking toilet roll, you fucking hand over the toilet roll and fuck. I seen you back pocketing that sanitizer there, pal. Hand over the toilet roll and sanitizer. And bag of fucking flip. I'm taking a line of that flipper. Just gives a gram. I'll bake a roll. But genuinely legit up, that's exactly what happened to me. That's what I done. So I went round the supermarket like that. The day and ages in which we stay. And do you know what's weird? I did actually hear this. I heard this coming out from Conspiracy Land. They were like, they don't want you to wear masks because of their facial recognition thing. I think it's more down to there isn't enough masks, and preferably you would have them on the health professionals. Just my thinking. That's why now we Lego hair sturgeon. Don't know if you know that's what we all call her at the bar. Lego hair. Lego hair sturgeon. She's came out and said that you need to dress up like a robber when you're going out. It's advisable to go tooled up. I'm going to take a video of myself going around doing my shopping. I only got a couple of weird looks, but see when you're like your whole face covered and your eyes, you kind of feel like you're wearing armour. It's almost like you're in a car, you know, you're like, I don't give a fuck. They can't even see any of your facial expressions, so it's just like a pure somebody in armour staring at them. But I'm doing it again, man. It was fucking funny as fuck. And it's the way forward. So wee Sturgeon came out. She didn't say go and get surgical masks. She said go and get cloth face coverings. Use your old scants if need be. But do that. But it's just the way of the world, Joe. Just the way of the world. Just a wee bit of live editing. No idea how my camera ends up all full of little spittles and all that. No fucking idea. No idea. Anyway, so get yourself a mask. Preferably one that looks like you're fucking like a robber for the Wild West. And your water pistols, y'all. And go and do some stick-ups for toilet roll. But oh, crazy days. And not even that, I don't feel too gay with walking about having a cravat on nowadays. Back in the day, you would have said that the guy was Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen wearing a cravat. But no, it's just your corona defence system. Anyway, so welcome to Not the Infowars Nightly News. Remember what I do here, it's digital busking. It is all available and accessible free of charge. I'm going to do such a good job you'll find value in what I do and use your spare change, not your life savings, in the Patreon and PayPal button down below. Because remember, man, I always get demonetized, man. It's a deep state Illuminati. Nah, it's because I say naughty words. Because I've got swearing Tourette's, YouTube are persecuting people who want to do live streams for long live streams and can't not stop swearing for 30 seconds, or I'd say half a second, but sometimes 30 seconds. It's disgrace. The discrimination is a disgrace. I'm telling you, it's absolutely disgrace. Right, ho. So, on with the show. Paul Golden and Tommy Robinson both have VD. Fact, they both have VD and they want you to go over and get some of the VD. It's the Russian VD, don't worry. So it's all, I think it's safe. So I'll have a wee look at what's on the show, say hi to those folks in the chat and then get on with it. Right, so paid the 2 tunes. Then we'll have a wee laugh from Mr. Ribena, I think. Don't know if that's going to play. Save that for later, yo. Have a wee laugh at Mr. Ribena. Then, just touch base with the far right, have VD, Russian VD. Fact. And they want you to go over and participate in the Russian VD. Tommy Robinson, just not Nazi enough. You know, and it's like Jim Dawson and his ilk. Jim Dawson's done God's work that the Council of Nine have appointed him to do, and he's managed to get a big massive flock of unthinking people over onto voting for their political agenda while thinking they're saving the planet from something. And they're just getting manipulated like sheep. But they're doing God's work, honest. The left wing of the far right, this is talking about Tim Pool and Toe Rogan, who done a podcast. Ike, a journalist. Aye, there's people that try and call him a journalist for reals. US Fake, aka London Real. Oh man, this guy's brilliant, man. I think he's like the American Del Boy Do you know what I mean? It's like, see these kind of guys that are the American people that have watched too many, like, or read too many self-help books, or went to too many self-help seminars. That's this dude. And then he's like doing disco, he's doing breakdancing, and he's filming himself doing breakdancing. You're like, oh my god, it's a 60-year-old trying to be 15 again. But we'll have a look at US Fake, aka London Real. He's not from London, and he's not real. North Korea and China. So there's been hundreds of stuff coming out about what's going on in North Korea. Is he dead? Is he not? Just seems like a very easy way to like stir up crap in some area of land that you might want to stir up crap in during the corona. Just start spread rumours of death. They'll predominantly get spread in the West, maybe get dripped into China and then come through to North Korea. And the fat man's probably just on holiday, who knows? But he might be dead, who knows? Corona getting politicised, who could imagine it? People trying to score political points off of tragedies. Isn't that just politics? Or at least 95% of it. Corona makes you see what you want to see. And there's events that I would argue I try and be as objective as I possibly can, but I understand I've probably not completely objective. Though I am. I don't want to sit in the fence either. I have my kind of opinions and stuff. But sometimes the same event, depending on how the person looks at it, can appear different from it can the same event can be differently interpreted by different people depending on their worldview, I would argue, and we'll have a look at one of those. YouTube psychosis. It's just, I don't know, maybe I've got too much compassion because I've been there, seen it, and got the t-shirt in the sense of, I would argue, some of the crazy conspiracies you can get really buy hook, line and sinker on boob tubes, and then it's like a cult-like mentality you get sucked into, and you find these like sort of a wee echo chambers where everybody blows smoke up each other's arse, and then before you know it, you're in a healthy position. There's no freedom of speech, there's no variety of speech, people can't tolerate anybody with a different point of view. Like for if you if you take the piss out of anybody they put in a pedestal, you think you're New World Order. So it's very cult-like mentality. And you can't blame, can't blame these people. They're not doing it deliberately. They're getting politicised and their heads turned to mush by propagandists and arseholes online. And it's nothing new there. Nothing new there. Everybody understands the power of the television, but nobody understands the power of all the cult of personalities that exist on YouTube. And all the cult of personalities all have a slightly different take on all the same stuff they talk about. So they might not tell you what to think, and they'll offer you up a different talking head that you'll buy into, the cult of personality of him. You'll resonate with him or her for whatever reason. Maybe she's a wee darling. That's no happened before in the truth movement, has it? Anyway, so I don't blame people for getting sucked into rabbit holes and all that kind of shit. It's just the way it proves to you that they're suffering some sort of a psychosis when they'll turn against their family and all their friends, and then it's like cult-like mentality. And then even you're like, it's a cult. Like, you're not listening to your family, you're not listening to your friends, you're listening to people on YouTube, think they've got your best interests at heart, and you think everybody's out to get you, and only YouTube and the internet can save you. Like, no, 5G, this, that. Oh, God, it's just the same fucking shit to stir up fear. Continuously. You're meant to ride that like a journey, don't get stuck just in the same place. Anyway, Corona, anti-vaxxers. Can't even remember what's in that, but something obviously about vaccines. Corona, civil war. Can't remember what's in that. Self-explanatory though. People, Citizen turning on Citizen. Even look at the. I mean, look at the way that people will want to fall out with you and attack you if you simply disagree with whether a virus is real or not. Oh, man. I'm quite happy. In fact, I laugh at that. See my own version of madness. I laugh at it because I think it's batshit crazy what I think is going on in this world. What my version of reality would be. I think I'm crazy for thinking it. I also know that every point in my fucking journey when I thought I've cracked the code and figured it out, 2 minutes later I'm fucking back to square one and want to try to figure it out or somewhere else, you know? And it doesn't take that long to understand it as an ever-evolving journey. You're never going to reach an ultimate conclusion. Might as well just enjoy it. Don't get stuck. Anyway, I digress. 5G fear. How long have I harped on about this 5G bullcrap, man? I can hear people, no, look, there's a guy in a white coat, a guy that worked for Vodafone. Ah! Right, they can't see the great fear, the mass fear. Oh, don't do that. Let's see the fucking breaking the desk. Done. Should do it. Anywho's, the Corona cult of Get My T-shirt Tommy. And I think it's the video clip that's been deleted. I was going through them earlier on. I can't find it anymore, but there was a clip of Tommy Robinson talking about selling T-shirts. So that guy must be absolutely skinty. But we'll have a wee look at the Corona cult of Tommy. This is quite fucked up, right? Now, listen to the words that I'm like, because I know there'll be people that watch this that this will fucking drive them batshit crazy, because they'll think I'm defending Bill Gates and I'm a globalist and I love Bill Gates and No, I'm just being objective, right? Why is it that online Looney Tunes will particularly demonise only like 2 philanthropists that I know of? And there's many philanthropists out there that do lots of shit like Bill Gates, just as rich or richer or up there. Anybody can do as much shit. There's millions out there, but there's particular ones that get targeted. And I've often asked myself, does George Soros own the world? Does Bill Gates stay in Skull Mountain? And the answer is, I don't know the answer, you just go and find out yourself. But what my point is there's other characters and other players out there, just as big, just as small, doing as much, not as public as Bill Gates and this guy, but all of a sudden, and I mean, like, see, I've got clips here of Alex Jones now demonising Bill Gates, demonising him. I'm not saying he's a bad man. Oh God, like, I mean, like, and there's people who believe Alex Jones. There's people that believe that the Bible's the word of God and believes that demons are real. And they believe that, and listen to Alex Jones, if you buy, and there'll be people out there buying that narrative, you would think he's a demon. And see if you think somebody's a demon, like, you wouldn't think twice of killing him. And I don't know if you noticed the big chorus of hate towards Bill Gates. You're like, is Bill Gates rocked up in the middle of the night like the BFG and went round and started raping everybody's little kids, bouncing did he come and finger you in the arsehole without permission last night or something? Why all of a sudden, unless you're all in one big cult, parroting the same fucking hate for political reasons, you idiots? Not because Bill Gates is any worse than any other billionaire out there. For political fucking reasons. Dude, Pied Piper of fucking Alex Jones and every cunt's out there fucking genuinely talking about Bill Gates and killing him and shit. Fuck's sake. You just want to save the world and bad with demons, and cunts are out there propagating murdering humans because a fucking fat dick in Texas is demonising them. And then he's bounced about talking about NPCs and brainwashing and he's all rhyming and repeating all the same set of fears that are coming from the all same set of fucking fear-mongering Sunday school fucking teachers. Ooh, I think what I want. I'm a free thinker because I listen to Max Egan, David Icke and fucking talk shite and Alex Jones. Wow. And it's happening. Oh, I'll need to get the link. Hold on a sec. Blazing. I've run out of the. I've forgot that link. Get that guy who was protesting the corona. If you can resend me that link to the guy who was protesting the virus being real and the hysteria around corona, and he ended up dying. I was saying that they should be in front of the queue. I don't know. I don't believe in karma, right? But if there was karma, those cunts would be front of the queue. But it's ironic, you know. Anyway, but each to their own. Each to their own. But do you think it's quite disturbing how one fat man in Texas and all these little gremlins, and everybody that's saying this thinks they've independently researched Bill Gates? Do you know what they've done? They've went on the many forums set up by Infowars gremlins that over the years have parroted all Alex Joneses and these fucking gremlins pish about Bill Gates, demonising the guy. I'm not his friend. I'm not even saying what he does is good. You make your own mind up, but people aren't making their own mind up. They're picking up the baton for Fat Man Jones and then going, oh, I'm going to do research. Google Bill Gates and then find all the hate pages, read that and fucking come to... Honestly, I don't know how to be any... I don't know how to say what I see any more honestly than that. And no offence if you're out there in the fucking chorus, let's get our pitchforks and go and kill Bill Gates. What, did he come in your room and rape you last night or something? How's Bill Gates all of a sudden affected you? Fucking idiots. And can you not see that the philanthropists that fucking the Truther Industrial Complex go after all happen to be left wing? Mental that, innit? Fucking morons. Fucking sheep. Bah, I'm thinking for myself. Bah, I googled this. Bah, I've done research. Anyway, front of the queue. So, AJ and Kill Bill. Fuck me, man. Not jail him. Not he's a criminal. Look what he should be. No, they're talking about killing him. Mental. Corona clowns. Yeah, it's just more idiots parroting piss, licking doorknobs and playing with traffic. Corona and China stinks. And it's these particular channels that speak in English but pretend to be from China, telling you what's happening inside China. Think of what you want about that. And then, oh fuck, the murky troll swamp if I've still got energy left. Let's just leave the worst for last. Right, so let's have a wee look at some Corona advice. I think this is Tommy Robinson's fan.
Hello.
Hello.
Mr. O'Bean here talking from isolation.
In case I catch a virus.
What can I say really? We're all staying indoors because of this COVID-19 coronavirus virus thing that's happening and going around. A couple of questions I have to ask is, where's Tommy Robinson? Why is everybody suddenly treating Donald Trump like he's an idiot? And last but not least, why is it that we have to keep our social distancing, but the police, they don't have to keep their social distancing? They're always together. Time Found the UK, really good YouTube channel, I recommend everyone checks it out. He reveals some of the truth, he pounds the truth out there, he shows people that the police are part of the conspiracy. These nurses, they're not real nurses, they're actors, wake up people. It is obvious that these are crazy actors. Okay, I should know all about this because I'm a writer, I write, so I know everything that I'm talking about, right? And I've done lots of reading. Firstly, right, I just wanted, sorry, I just got to make sure my nan isn't listening. She's a fucking bitch. Last night she was all like, stop fucking telling everyone it's a conspiracy, it's real. I was like, man, it's not real. It's not real. If it was real, you would have had it. Because you're always going out to Sainsbury's buying your fucking cranberry juice because of your clams. You would have fucking died by now, Nan. You would have fucking died. And now she's pretending that she's got this cough. Pretending that she's got a high fever. Liar! Liar! Fucking liar! All night hearing that. Pretending she can't breathe. Now she's pretending, she's been pretending to be asleep for a whole fucking 6 hours now. Bullshit, fucking bullshit. She's part of the problem. this coronavirus, it's all a conspiracy. There's loads of you find the proof in the pudding. If you don't like pudding, then find the proof in the falafel. If you don't like falafel, find the proof in the fucking biscuit barrel. The biscuit barrel. Go into the biscuit barrel, pick up your bourbons, pick up your custard creams, and find the fucking truth. Where's Tommy Robinson? Irrelevant. Right now we are fighting a war, a real war, and it's not an invisible enemy, my friends and girls. This is a real war against the government, the mass NWA. NWO. New World Order. You might have heard of a little known thing called the Illuminati. You might have heard of a little known person called David Icke and how he wanted to tell the truth from the live stream and it took the stream down. You might have heard of someone called Bill Gates. Bill Gates! You might have heard of him, because you should have, because he's part of the conspiracy too. World Health Organization. Fuck off. World Health Organization. The celebrities are in on it too. There's no virus. It's all about trying to control us. It's all about trying to keep us down. This is a test run. There's a much bigger coming. I didn't want to come back to make videos, right? Because at the end of the day, I've got a life. But too many people aren't seeing the truth. Where's Tommy Robinson? That's what you should be asking yourself. Where's Tommy Robinson? Why are we treating Donald Trump like an idiot? Tommy Finder UK is a really good website. Check it out. It's a YouTube channel. It's really good.
Right, so there's Tommy Robinson's number one. So this is in the Metro, who is published and owned by the same people who own the Daily Mail, which is the Daily Mail Group or the Mail Group and Trust or something like that, right? So these were the people that were openly supported fascists back in the early 20th century, especially, and it's kind of funny. I've talked about this for ages. Like, I've known who the Mail was, and now I'm watching Peaky Blinders, and they're kind of, because there's like fascists and all that about them back in the days. Back in the good old days, you could just be a fascist and go, hey, I'm a fascist, man. Let's go to the fascist party's headquarters and beat some folk up. Anti-lockdown protester who said it was a political ploy is killed by coronavirus. It's a crying shame. If karma's real, these people should be ahead of the queue. Anti-lockdown protester who rallied against COVID-19 closures in his home state died of coronavirus aged 60. John McDaniel of Marion County, Ohio, died at a hospital in Columbus last Wednesday, around a fortnight after he tested positive. On March 15, he rallied against Ohio Governor's Mike DeWine's closure. Right, hold on, so when did he go into hospital? Died last Wednesday, mid-April. So, wonder if he picked it up there. Wonder if that's going to be the first of many deaths from all these protests. Wouldn't the irony, see when the dust settles and all that, and they end up going like... Because over here, I think they traced a lot of it back to a Liverpool game. Was it a Liverpool and Atletico? Which was allowed to let go ahead when fucking Spain was in outbreak, UK was fairly outbreak. And I would say even worse, which hasn't been mentioned, the Cheltenham Festival. That's 250,000 or pretty much butt fucking each other. So anyway, let's not laugh over that poor guy's death too much, you know what I mean? Ah, dearie me. Let's have a wee look at the far right having VD.
If you haven't already, now is the time to open up an account on VK, which is the equivalent of Russia's Facebook. It is exactly the same design as Facebook. It's easy to use, and everyone who's on it at the moment is absolutely overjoyed with it. And if you fast forward over the next few years, patriots like Britain First and so on will be making a lot of noise, generating a lot of publicity in this country, organising campaigns and protests, demonstrations, and standing in elections. So where do our supporters go that we collect along the way? And we already have hundreds of thousands of, supporters on our email lists and in our databases, and It's going to be a slow process, but we need a home that's bomb-proof, that we can get all of our supporters onto.
That's why they've been in.
That's far more interactive than Telegram. That's an actual social network, not just a messaging app.
That's why they've been in Russia.
We need to get all of our supporters on there, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of our supporters onto VK, which is a home for free speech that we can't be kicked off of, and we can't be silenced. And I'm losing track with the amount of people, the amount of patriots who are constantly going onto Facebook. And they post things as innocuous as a St. George's Day meme and a post for St. George's Day, and they get banned for 7 days. Terrible. They get banned for 30 days. It's beyond a joke. Not only are the big players being interminably eradicated from mainstream social media, all the way even to Chinese social media now, with the closure and the censorship of Britain First and Tommy Robinson on TikTok. But
see, they hate Tommy Robinson, but they talk about Tommy Robinson.
The type of things that we post are now being targeted and banned. It's a deliberate, slow process whereby the establishment are panicking, and they think it's no good just to ban Britain First and Tommy Robinson and Paul Golding from these social networks. We have to remove all patriotic content if their beloved multicultural mass immigration dreams for our country are going to be victorious. They've got to eradicate all patriotic right-wing thinking from this country.
And that is what
they're going to be slowly doing over the next few years. So the only option we have, the only choice we have as patriots, faced with this kind of censorship, is to move over and migrate everyone onto a platform where we will not be silenced.
Wait till you see this. I think he's a bit of a psychic. Wait till you see him.
Got to eradicate all patriotic right-wing thinking from this country,
Paul.
And that is what they're going to be slowly doing over the next few years.
See, he's looking at my potato.
The only option we have, the only choice we have,
look the potato, Paul. So he's
he knows the potatoes there. Paul, is to move over there and migrate everyone onto a platform, Paul, where we will not be silenced, where we can speak freely. And it's remarkable how similar VK is to Facebook. And for those patriots, millions of patriots, for example, the Britain First page, when it was closed down, had 2.2 million followers.
And my dick's fucking 3 feet, mate, you know, and the 2.2 million followers, how many in the real, how many did you buy just to project a bigger fucking following than you've got? You know, what's his face? Joe Owens goes... Jones, the Liverpool guy, goes down to... gets 100 thumbs up in his videos and can't get 20 votes down the ballot box. So don't let these people project they've got a bigger support than they have, because they use that projection of support to lure in other unthinking arseholes that want a wee bit of belonging. And Mr. Potato Head here's right up at the top echelons.
There's millions of patriots out there who are looking for a home that's recognisable and familiar to them, where they can share content and post stuff up and follow Britain First or Tommy Robinson or Paul Golding or, you know, anyone.
Everybody that's been kicked off, all the people that have been kicked off all the other social media. And remember, I don't like Tommy Robinson, but I'm going to sit here and tell you where to get all these stuff. And anybody that Tommy Robinson's a Knights Templar, Knights Templar agent to suck in all the LGBT mob.
But anyway, yeah, it's good to be able to have this.
Isn't it ironic that he's got a big spot right between there? The irony.
Facility, so when I do want to talk. Oh, just the joy. You're live.
I was cleaning my screen when I first seen him. I was like, hold on, I've got a bit of spittle on my screen. I was like, no.
I'll give it a couple of minutes, say.
Right between your eyes.
But I have to say, yeah, I like VK. Pretty good. James Harvey, how you doing? Miss Sexton. Look, it's like having everyone back. I think my neighbours will be able to hear me here, won't they? Let me just... My neighbours be listening to me and I'm in no doubt at all they'll go on some sort of rant. Look at the microphone, look. Look at that.
Are these guys like Michael Jackson and they all kind of...
How's everyone liking VK?
Oh my God, Tommy Robinson does look like a toffee apple that's rolled in a fucking barber's floor, doesn't he?
Bum, bum, bum.
It does
Good
look like
listen.
a toffee apple rolled in a barber's floor, for sure.
Yes.
Yes, man.
I'm pretty impressed. It's basically, it's Facebook. We'll soon to find out if we have censorship. Let me get, the comments are going pretty quick.
Soon to find out if people moaning enough.
It's
and
a good app,
reporting
isn't
enough
it?
will get them kicked off.
Hello from Mossad. Hello, Mossad.
Hi, Mossad.
How you doing?
All right, Mossad.
God, it's warm. It's been a beautiful day. How's everyone finding lockdown?
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Hey? What are we up to? 300. I'll just start. I can remember, let me give you the date. God, this is going to be bad. It was my wedding day.
Ooh.
And on my wedding day, in 2011, we had built the English Defence League Facebook page up to 100,000 people. That was an achievement to us. It took us 2 years.
Well done, Tommy.
And on the night, I can remember, the night of my wedding,
Maybe
2 things happened.
Another 100,000 and we can get another Breivik done. Nice one, Tommy. Nice one, son. Another 100,000 and we'll get another Breivik done. Something like that. I think I'm changing the pace.
Anders Breivik
Oh,
went on a killing spree.
Oh, yeah. Right, now look at the micro expressions on his face. Look, went on a killing spree. I'm so sad. I'm so fucking sad about that killing spree. So fucking sad. Look. Uh-oh.
And we lost our Facebook page.
Oh my God. He killed fucking 60 odd, 70 odd kids. And I was thinking about my fucking Facebook page.
And I remember the feeling at the time thinking, we have just worked for 2 years to build a mass of people that we can reach and talk to. And it's gone. And I remember feeling pretty.
All we need's another 100,000 and we'll get another Breivik done.
This all happened on the same night. Yeah? Lutz!
What a night,
Mr.
man.
Backman, how's Tenerife? Is Barry Armstrong in here? Knox, are you in here? Hey?
Hey.
I haven't even really got anything to say. I just know that I can now go live anytime I want. So if you're on here, share it on all your profiles, on all your platforms. I like it. Anyway, I remember the feeling when I lost that 100,000 followers.
Oh.
And it was a knock. And every time we've been knocked down, as a movement, as an organisation, as a collective community, we've got back up again and come back, yeah? And I remember losing that page. I remember cracking on again. I remember building another one. I remember getting up. And I remember Facebook, 1.2 million. I remember Twitter, 500,000. We built all these profiles. They removed us from all of them. And now we're back. And from this small
Back
number
once again, like a
that
renegade
people are watching
master.
now,
Power to the
you
people.
watch this
Back
in
once
12
again,
months'
like
time.
the renegade master.
You watch this in 12 months' time. Once we get off this lockdown bullshit, you watch. And it will give us, once people know this is where to find us, this is
It'll give us VD. Come to me, I will give you the VD, the Russian VD.
where our movement will
See, I'm dyslexic, I can't say K. Every time I try to say K, I say D, so that's why it's the VD to me.
be. This is where our videos will be. This is our ability my ability, which I've missed, to communicate with the people who give me the opportunity to do what I do, who support me through what I do. Support myself, support Avi, support anyone in our team.
What about that big spot in between your eyes? Will we support that?
Yeah, and now we have it again. So as I said, we might have 375 people live watching now. We
Wait till you see how much we grow.
got up to, I remember on Facebook, when I started going live, I'd have
Tell us how big your belly was, Tommy.
30,000 people watching live. We
How
will
big was
build
it?
a new mass following.
God, I just
Russia,
realised.
Mr. Putin. Cheers. Thank you. Okay. And
Right, now at this point I want to point something out. Why is that no there? I'll point it out later on his face bag, his new face bag. But do you remember the other week when I was covering the Knights Templar and Jim Dawson was talking about having people in high places with high influence within certain countries, and then he was talking about, I don't know if you heard him talking about the work he done over in Hungary. I'm sure it was Hungary, and he was talking about the men, the militia that the Hungarian government welcomed in were all Russian. I don't know. So, and then when you go to Tommy's new face bag, there's tons of people throwing up Knights Templar signs. Just saying, man. Tommy Robinson isn't a gay loving liberal person that he projects himself to be. He's a BNP agent, or whatever you want to call, or the apparatus behind the BNP. This is my humble belief, and he's just there to persuade the demographic of the young LGBT voter to vote right wing, and he's doing it very successfully.
what else? What updates do we have? I think I'm in court on the 15th of May. So, what's the date today? What's that? Just over 2 weeks? In just over 2 weeks, I am in court at Luton Magistrates for an assault charge against, I'm not allowed to say his name, okay? My bail conditions prevent me from revealing his identity. But I'm in court for strongly apprehending a paedophile. A paedophile who in his statement says he banged his head, so he was disorientated and he groped my 8-year-old.
Are you sure it wasn't you that banged your head there? Banged his head and disorientated himself.
daughter's bottom.
I think you should go and count down, Tommy. I'd give you a run for your money, I think.
So, obviously, this is where we're all on lockdown. Everyone's told to take it seriously. In fact, everyone's told to take it seriously, apart from whoever stands on Westminster Bridge every week. If you stand on Westminster Bridge every week, you can just hug, cheer, clap, stand there, virtue signal as much as you want, all together, this far away from each other, hundreds and hundreds of people. You don't have to abide by any lockdown laws on Westminster Bridge. I know 5 people in the last 4 weeks that have passed away, and their families aren't allowed to have funerals for them, and only 5 or 6 people are allowed to attend. If anyone in my family died, I think I'd just bring their coffin down to Westminster Bridge, because Westminster Bridge seems to be exempt from any of the laws. The police are the ones standing there encouraging it and doing it all.
Oh,
ambulance drivers, all of them, getting involved in breaching the same conditions that we're all told.
Fucking bastards clapping for the fucking frontline staff. You're the people that are the problem of this country. Yeah, bastards going into corona-ridden wards and picking up people with fucking the new AIDS. Yeah, bastards. And you think you can stand close to each other and clap in the name of you fucking selfish bastards. Have you not heard King Tommy? Fucking King Tom, like how many Lindy Wick arseholes are now going to be rhyming and repeating exactly what Tommy dot on his forehead is saying?
To abide by.
If I didn't know better.
But anyway, down to this paedophile.
Keep that joke to myself, man. Deep state Illuminati beamed something in my head, man. Probably better not see that.
if the British police, which they have, Bedfordshire Police, just so people understand, usually, if there's a crime, it goes to the Crown Prosecution Service. The police provide the evidence. They get the case together, they give it to the Crown Prosecution Service, who are independent from the police. They look at what the police have done and they decide, should this go to court? There's only one time that the Crown Prosecution Service don't get asked to decide. And that's when the charges are dropped to the lowest possible charge that a sergeant can then decide to take you to court. No other cases, okay? So the police sergeant dropped it from an ABH, where someone's got a bust nose and bust eyes, that's an ABH. But he dropped it because he knows there's no 12 members of the British public that will convict a father of any offence when a paedophile has groped his 8-year-old child.
That's so sad. That's the freedoms of this land, you know. Where are our freedoms? Our country's free to interview mad bastards or whoever in fucking one of our adversaries. Parliament's easy for me to say. Been taking a leaf out of Tommy Robinson's book. Parliament's talking to their politicians, and then the security forces want to speak to them coming in. What's happening with this world? It's like that. Remember when that wee fascist guy from Austria tried to come in with Petty Boner or something? And they were all like, oh my god, he's been blocked from the country. You're like, well, now you want open borders? You know, it depends if it's the white man or the brown man or the yellow man or the black man that's coming in, depending if you want open border or not. You're giving the game away here, boys. And sexy ass girls. Let's be honest, the fascists do have a sexiest woman. I'll hold my hands up to that. What man can resist a woman in a Nazi costume? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you don't know what I'm saying, but anyway. Getting caught with a hooker in a Nazi uniform. Not saying that I've been caught with that yet. Or done it yet either. Doesn't mean you're a Nazi. It just means... What it basically means is you want to fuck the Nazis. So technically you're technically you're fucking the Nazis. I can't listen to too much more of that, man. I want to join a fucking flute band. Right, so that's Britain First over on the Russian VD after Britain First was over there palming their hands with silver. So Tommy Robinson ain't Nazi enough.
I think that, you know, the Muslim community are very structured and they look after their own, and
nothing more creepy than the intellectual fascists. You know, remember that what was her name? I called her Gollywog Woman. She was ex-cop. She was an ex-cop and she loved her gollywog. Secret sauces. You know, as a man, you didn't want to think of her in a sexual light. So it was like, and then you hear secret sauces and you're like, that's quite a sexy name for a woman. Then you see her. Then you see the gollywog and you're like, what the fuck? What's going on here? And then the irony of it all, she looks like a monkey. But I think I'm the only one that sees that as ironic. Everybody else doesn't. Now, as I said, nothing more creepy than the intellectual fascists.
gene pool there, getting a DNA upgrade. So
I genuinely think, though, that the women fascists all go to the one barber salon. There's only one barber salon, and they put the I want to look like a monkey out the Planet of the Apes helmet on, and just cut round that fucker. Just a small observation.
to speak. That is what they do. Is that a bit over? Did I cross the line there?
Oh, I have no idea what the limit is. I mean, we might have to put this one on dark mode afterwards. But I've been surprisingly all right so far. I don't.
Yeah, I've not flayed very black people yet. Hello, slave. Let me flay you. You're intellectually superior for me because your skull is bigger and your brain is smaller. Yes, the guy Victorian Times told me what? Must be true. Britannia. Anyway, love the intellectual fascists. So this is a new guy called Great Unwashed. Who was he talking to the other night? I can't remember now. It was like, Godtard. That's who it was. He was speaking to Godtard. And Tommy Robinson isn't Nazi enough for these people. And here's the people who run Tommy Robinson to coerce the LGBT mob into voting right wing for their death, for their enslavement, for their castration, for their exclusion from society. But hey, nothing like a stupid gay person to vote for their own fucking enslavement because Tommy Robinson's a wee cootie and to save you from the paedophiles. But hey, it's real. It's real. It's real. What am I looking for here? 1550. 1550. I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, Jada was on the night, man. It was interesting.
This. You don't meet people like this. If she had a couple of appendages added to her, she would be a member of the Templars and she would be very high up in the Templar Order, but she's a lady. And ladies can join, we know.
Yeah, ladies can join, we know, but she's a lady, but if she had balls, she'd been a Knights Templar. But we know ladies can't join, but we know ladies can join. Right?
That, but it's a totally different thing than...
They can join, but it's a totally different thing. So they can't join, but they can join. You get me? And the Templar's cross that she was wearing in jail, and as she came out of jail, just a little cunty dink. She's not in the Knights Templar. She's on a mission.
Not up on the altar and all that.
It's like Tommy Robinson. On a mission, y'all.
But I would be very proud to have a person like that. And that's the reality. She is a strong, strong person. But it's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous that a lady, a young woman, has to stand up and defend the people. And, you know, Jada, you know a wee bit more about this than me. Town like Rotherham, 100,000 people. And out of that town of 100,000 people, which is a small town in America, 1,400 girls were gang raped by Muslim rape gangs, and not, I might be wrong, did any men do anything?
No, not one. Not a single man. And I have, in fact, Rotherham was the sort of landmark case, if you like, and it started to trigger the exposure of all these other towns and cities. Telford is the worst affected that I know of. There were 2,300, which is the equivalent to, if you took a secondary school, which would be like a high school in the US, it's the equivalent to every single student having been groomed, raped, tortured, two of them, 2 high schools, 2 secondary schools, right? So it's such a huge scale. And the police actually, again, the police warned me, they threatened me. I held a rally in this town defending these children because nobody else is. And I stood on a platform and said...
Now, let's be honest, they weren't there defending the children, they were there trying to capitalise on the rape of the children, and they're trying to turn the rape of the children into some sort of a BMP, Knights Templar, Christian fundamental crusade against the Muslims, is the word I'm looking for. Because... I don't know, they're talking about all this abuse and the state helping them and the narrative that they paint just isn't true. I'll be honest, I don't know much of the details, but I'd imagine that these people, the reason we know about them is because they were prosecuted. The only problem is they were prosecuted in the right manner, which is like sometimes not severe enough in paedophiles, a lot of people would argue, and people of the ilk. And then there's a lot of, I don't know. Go and learn more about the case before you let this mob stick stuff in your head. They can't even admit that she's a Knights Templar. Anyway, so this is people who Tommy Robinson aren't Nazi enough. And there's Jada, kind of admitting that she's in the Knights Templar, but she's not in it, even though she's wearing a Templar cross all the time. Right, let's have a wee look. 5130.
Stories I've gone through where it's like...
I touched on this today, man.
How many fucking alligators would it take to guard the southern border?
2,000 miles?
You're using alligators. We need alligators and moats to defend the border, man. And they're not even smoking weed.
Or whatever. But now we see this pop up again. And so I'll tell you what, man, the scariest thing is how these social networks.
Scariest thing is how you pretend to be in the left of politics, and you pretend to be a outspoken critic of the right, and it's just so blatantly obvious that whoever's paying your bills, which is probably the network of the Truther Industrial Complex, the echo chamber there, and the hits and clicks and shit you generate from that. It's the pro-Trump bandwagon, and all these people who pretend to be libertarians, classic liberal, when all they're doing is dressing up fancy names and semantics to become cheerleaders for Trump. Now, listen to these two people who pretend to be in the left of politics, and this is the biggest podcast in the world. Not the biggest YouTube in the world, but the biggest podcast in the world. I know somebody was sitting semantics there, PewDiePie is the biggest and all that, but like, this is the biggest podcast in the world, reaches the most ears. And you can't buy political ads like this. These people aren't naive. They work in the media. They understand how powerful it is to sit on the fucking largest TV programme, the largest podcast, the largest radio show, and say positive things about a film, a book, a milkshake, boner pills, a fucking flashlight fucking vagina thing, DMT, or Donald Trump.
Remove, like we talked about this last year, they remove a certain point of view. Like this biotech company, they default on what is authoritative, and the authoritative falls in one direction almost every single time.
Falls left.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't want to say left because then he makes it look like he's on the right, Tim? Because you're annoyed. If you were on the left of politics, why would you be annoyed at the pendulum always falling on the left? It doesn't make sense. It's like me being a Rangers fan and being annoyed that Rangers win all the time. And I'm a Rangers fan, but in the pursuit of fair balance, I think Celtic should be awarded the fucking title. Fucking idiot! Spock would have a fun day with you, Baldy. Talk to me when you can admit you're bald as a coot.
So, I can't tell you how many stories I've gone.
His hat must stink.
Through where it's like, that Peter Navarro story where Trump said to the journalist, "You're a nasty reporter" and everything.
Yes.
What you don't see was the full context, where the guy kept goading Trump for like 10, 15 minutes, and then finally Trump snaps at him.
Dan, it wasn't Trump's fault. I don't like Trump. I'm on the left of politics, but it wasn't Trump's fault, okay? And I'm not saying what I'm not saying what he's saying is an inaccurate interpretation of what happened. I am pointing out sitting on the largest podcast in the world, constantly talking about how Hillary Clinton's so rotten, how bad Joe Biden is, and how great Trump is and what a bad time he gets from the press. You've got to, I think, only people that are naive can't see this. That Trump couldn't pay for better PR. Especially coming from people on the left of politics. Oh, give me a break.
And they take that one soundbite and say, look at Trump just being a dick. It's like, well, yes, Trump's got no filter and he gets mad.
Yes, that's what you do. That's what Alex Jones does. That's what Joe Rogan echoes about everybody in the mainstream media and on the left. Take things out of contracts, clip them down, make montages of Hillary Clinton coughing. The list goes on and on. All these dirty tricks. And then these bastards who know those dirty tricks sit and go, we're not doing the dirty tricks. And it's laughable that they can sit up there with a straight face. I listened to pretty much this whole thing today. And you can tell they know they're actually all, they're on the same team. There's bits there's bits that's pathetic.
The entire exchange where this dude was
They might as well be tickling each other's balls underneath the table.
And really just insulting the guy. So this guy, Peter Navarro.
How dare you insult
Trump? Why are you trying to give people hope? Don't you think that offering up false hope is wrong? And Trump's like, no, I don't think so. I think
this was in chloroquine, hydroxychloroquine.
So you get a guy that keeps, goading him and arguing with him. And that's the point I was making earlier. It's these people for CNN and whatever network have realized.
Hey, CNN, whatever network, yeah, just pulled CNN out my arse. Just an absolute coincidence that Trump never shuts up about demonising them. Either does Alec Jones. Oh, and let's stick the BBC in the mix as well. Just a coincidence. Just pulled that out of fresh air. I could have said any network in the whole world, but no. Oh, you bastard. 52. Thank God I've got Spaceballs ability to rewind live shit. 52:37. $2.40.
Hey, we're going to get ratings.
But let me tell
Get
you
'em to
this.
say it.
First of all, that way of communicating is fucking terrible. It's second only to the terribleness that.
Tony, I seen you made a comment in the Templars earlier on, and then it got deleted.
In those late night news shows where they have three different people, the screen separated into three chunks, and this person on the right is arguing with this person on the left, and the moderator is trying to keep everybody in order,
Right.
and everyone's talking over everybody, and everyone's looking for a soundbite, and everyone's looking to get their shots in before the buzzer, because there's like a bell coming when
Right.
the commercial runs. It is the dumbest way to really explore a complicated idea.
Right.
And second only to that is these fucking things where the president stands at the podium and people yell things out. Someone called it the Kung Flu.
Yeah, I know.
Someone called it the Kung Flu. Do you not denounce that? This racist word, Kung Flu?
And Trump said, who said it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I heard.
I don't know. You know what?
My God, for people that don't like Trump, they seem to know like verbatim everything that comes out his mouth. And seem to be like defend. Why is everybody so mean to Trump? Why? I don't get it. Like, so why? Like, in the next breath, they'll be talking about Joe. They'll be talking about Joe Biden and saying that he's got dementia. Right? So, oh look, the press are being mean to Trump. I'm the biggest podcast in the world. How could Joe Biden run? He's got dementia. Just like they tried to paint Hillary Clinton as a walking corpse 4 years ago. And in the run-up to an election is when the shells start shelling like fucking villains, and you can see it. I remember this first became apparent to me. I can't remember what general election it was because we've had so many in this fucking country recently. And I remember the UK column. It was pathetic. You could see them absolutely just trying to direct people in the way of UKIP and all the electioneering they're doing. It was pathetic, man.
I loved when one of the journalists asked Trump about the price of oil. He goes, "Where's it at?" And the guy says, "Oh, I don't know." But anyway, no. Where's the price of oil? The reporter says, "I don't know." Then why are you asking? Next question.
Yeah, well,
These people don't know what they're. Look, I've sat in these rooms at press conferences. I have stood in front of public officials as they prepared an announcement, and I know exactly. I've talked to these producers. I've talked to the journalists. They're like, ask a question. What should I ask? Just ask anything. So I've been thrown in front of people like, ask them something. I'm like, what am I supposed to ask them?
This independent journalist used to work for Vice, but he's all independent and all that jazz, you know. He's really, 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 really real. Now, I'm going to say hi to the folks in the chat, play a quick tune, get a cup of tea, and then get on with the bullcrap. Maria, you got to see her in the evening, Maria. Bright Pontiac. Flying Irish, the dot, the artist formerly known as Tony in the evening, my man. Paddy, Maria, Bright. Devon was in the house. Maria, Pontiac, Hugh, Lazy Jesus. Hope you're keeping well, man. Richie in the house. The Highlander was in earlier as well. Miss Spice, Vladimir, McVicker. How you doing, my man? Richie. Bright, Gas Mask. How you doing, buddy? Alan McVicker, Gaza Rover, Pontiac, Richie, Devon, Blazing Stars was in the house earlier on as well. No causing any riots, Blazing, behave yourself. You're a madman. Oh God, what have I clicked on? Yeah, fucking idiot. What's happened here? There we go. Sorted. So in the evening, One and all, make sure you thumbs it up, share it, friends, family, foes. Remember, digital busking with the show. It's all available, accessible, free of charge. Going to do such a good job, you find value in what I do. Use your spare change, not your life savings in the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. Now, I'm going to play a tune. Oh God. Don't know how. I hope this works. Sure it will. Right, let's say start from the start, eh? What's the name of the song? Alright, it is. It's Riveri. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything that takes her. Takes my fancy. The Confession. Sounds pretty cool. I'm going to get the kettle on, have a cup of tea and a wee break. Enjoy.
Something
Verve are amazing, buddy. Although, in fact, the Verve were amazing, but I'm a bigger fan of Richard Ashcroft's own work, but pretty much the same entity. Nah, that's not true. Richard Ashcroft on his own is different than with the Verve. Right, yo. I'll leave it at one now. Again, thanks Bontek for letting us use the music, mate. It's something to break it all up with. So, I've done the Toe Rogan experience in Tim Pool. Ike is a journalist. We all know this to be true. David Icke's going to take 2 hours and 14 minutes to say very little. Very many words, but saying nothing. Oh, hold on. Look inside yourself, man. Take DMT and look at the legs and the puppies. I'm on the legs and the boobs and the boobs and the legs. Take DMT and buy our diamonds now. You can buy musical diamonds. You stick up your arse like a musical butt plug. You can feel the vibrations from the diamonds and it comes out your mouth like, ah! Best diamond butt plug in the world. Brought to you by David Icke. David Icke, shite.com. Oh, shit. Hold on, mister. The fucking diamonds in my ass and the ass and the diamonds, but... Oh, fuck. Nothing says to me like a fucking very well done fucking thing, me. Oh, God, what's he selling us now? Fucking self... Did you ever think you were naked? Did you ever think you were naked? Oh, it's the start of this one, yeah. It's the YouTube ground roots, people that fly on planes, yeah. Yeah, I'm a YouTube star from the streets. I did fly in a plane, yo. Dollar, yo. Yeah, I'm a man from the streets with my cannon. I'm a man on the streets, I have a cannon and I have a plane, yo. I don't know about you, but I just wound to the street and alright man, how you doing, Bebop? Aye, no bad, I've got a cannon and a plane. Alright man, aye. Should start a YouTube channel, like being man from the street.
Conspiracy theorists, whatever you want to call it. Some
you
wake up in the morning, you go check the fridge, you wonder why the ice cream is missing.
Check the fridge, man.
Cheesecake. How come it's not?
Hey, I want some cannolis, man. Hey. Never trust a fucking 60-year-old man who steals his mum's mascara for his hair.
Maybe the kids wake up. I got 3 kids. Maybe the kids wake up in the middle of the night and they walk downstairs, take the ice cream, go upstairs.
Can you hear this cunt?
Maybe that's why we don't have the ice cream anymore. Some people believe Tupac is alive. Millions believe Elvis is alive. Some people believe 9/11 was an inside job, and some people believe coronavirus.
It was.
Is not a pandemic. It is a plandemic. But today, my guest takes it to a whole different level. Some call him a...
Why, God, man, look at that. Look, he's definitely used his mum's mascara.
Conspiracy theorist. Some call him a conspiracy researcher. I'm sure he's...
Some call him a raving lunatic who's trying to, like, make you believe in the devil to drive you towards Christianity. Ah! I mean, if you believe in the baby Jesus, was the baby Jesus, then that will make you a Christian. I don't know. Just saying.
He's going to correct me on that here in a minute. But he's written over 20 books, lectured 25 plus different countries. He's gone up on stage in the most...
He's claimed to be God and Jesus and there's lizards and all sorts of shit. Right, so what do you think David Icke is? Conspiracy theorist or journalist? Well, it depends what side of the cornflakes box you read. Anyway, let's have a look at US fake. The deep state Illuminati, y'all, what can I say? Look, see, when the deep state Illuminati's hacking you, you know that you're over the target. Whose target am I over? What deep state Illuminati member is hacking little old me? think I'm lying, man. You should see the attacks just coming straight through my windows. Try to lick them. Fending off all the attacks. But it's endless, you know. But I'll swear to God it puts a smile on my face. Have a smile on your face when you're winning. See, I'm going to start wearing my Charlie Sheen t-shirt winning. Because well, no. We all know that Charlie Sheen is winning. Should just slide into gear. This is what it should do. It should just slide straight into gear. Straight from that to this, like that. Kick off. Let me just check it out. Is it slid straight into gear? Oh yes. Right, so London Real.
That when you really listen to someone.
So remember, this is an American guy in London calling himself London Real, so it's more like US fake. But sorry to like, be a wee bit pedantic and stuff, you know. Onwards.
What triggered your passion for freedom of speech?
Well, you know, I always embraced this form of new media. And I remember it was probably back in 07, I started listening, or 08, to something called the Joe Rogan Experience.
Ding! A banker got an idea for Joe Rogan. A few years later, he's jumping on the Alex Jones, David Icke bandwagon.
Which was one of the first podcasts out there, really putting out, you know, unscripted, unedited, long-form conversations between real people. And I just found it fascinating. It really spoke to my soul. And I found myself on these Sunday afternoons watching these long episodes. And basically, Amanda, I was hanging out with cool guys I normally wouldn't. And
Yeah, you were sucked right in, man. It was almost like you were at the party. Yeah, man. You've not got mates to hang about with and get stoned and drink whiskey and smoke the cigars. Hey, so I'll do it with Joe Rogan instead. And then for some reason, I like David, I like Donald Trump. Just a coincidence.
we're talking about stuff that nobody would talk about, especially
we're talking about immigration
in the mainstream. And
how much we hate abortion.
I thought there's something special about this new.
Yeah, something special about talking about abortion and immigration and right-wing talking, extreme right-wing talking points all the time. It led me down a biblical path, you know. It made me see God as well.
Form of media. And so when I decided to leave my, ways of banking and making things all up.
Yeah, I know a million bankers that would leave well-paid jobs to go and start up a podcasting career.
About Brian, I embraced this new form, and I found that when you really listen to someone with a nuanced 2-hour conversation, and you know the old phrase, walk a mile in their shoes, you really relate to the decisions they make, and no longer are they from the left, or are they right, or are they conspiracy people, or crazy activists, or greedy bankers. You actually understand their story, and you connect with them as humans, and you find solutions to problems, as opposed to just bickering and division and separation.
Hey man, you're right. You come up with the solutions, y'all. This is a solution. This is my solution to looking old. Act like a 15-year-old doing beep-bop on the street, y'all. Beep-bop on the street, do. A beep-bop on the street, do. He's a fucking beep-bopper. I can do that, I just don't want to do it. Yo! If you want to be... What you didn't see there is when he stood up, man. If you want to be my lover, you gotta guess with my friends. Making love together, true thing never ends. 5G, what do you think about that? Well, I know it's frying our brains. It started corona cause I don't feel well today. What do you think about this? And we know this snow's fake. I don't know, for some reason I hate the gays. Dreams can come true. Look at me, 5G's controlling my mind. You know you got to have them. You know the chemtrails are strong. Chemtrails are true, controlling my fucking mood. You know you gotta have them. You know the chemtrails are strong. See, I could fucking just jam like that. With the Beatles, I learnt that in Downing Street. No, took a wrong turn. I think it was Abbey Road. Can't remember, Downing Street or Abbey Road. That's where I learned how to freestyle. But this guy's a beat bopper. He inspired me. I want to go back to doing some freestyling. Dreams.
And that's why we've always been for freedom of speech. We put out a conversation and you decide. I'll be honest, Amanda, I've had guests on my show that I didn't want on my show, that I didn't like before I put on my show, that my audience said, Brian.
But that Hitler prick turned out to be alright, man. Yeah, after the third bottle of whiskey, and some hookers and blow, we were best of pals, man.
Why are you bringing this despicable person on my show?
Yeah.
But afterwards, you listen to him and you think, you know what? I actually understand them, and I have some respect for them, even if I might not agree with them. And, you know, I might not agree with everything you have to say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. That's our basic human right, you know, and that's what it's all about.
That was my next question.
God, man, right, well, he is an American, so he can get away with it, but it's almost like the words out Alex Jones. I don't believe in what you're saying, but I'll defend your right to say it. As long as that's not God is a made-up concept, then I'll kill you. Got it? Okay, so you're allowed to say just shit I like. Shit that won't make me want to get my AR-15, my God-given right, and then pump you down with bullets, you fucking Satanist. You don't believe in the baby Jesus, you fuck. Gonna come down there and AR-15 your ass. You better apologize to the baby Jesus. You didn't say my Lord's name in vain, motherfucker. Don't get no plane, and don't say the Lord's name in vain. Don't get no plane. I ain't getting no plane, and I ain't saying the Lord's name in vain, motherfucking Jesus, motherfucker.
Your motto, I don't agree with everything you say, but I will defend to the death your...
What kind of backward retarded shit is that? That sounds like some weak ass fucking excuse to say some retarded shit that might just get you killed. Dumbass bitch. Hey, I know it's not nice to call you a dumbass bitch, because it might get me killed. But your husband with the AR-15 and shit. But hey, you'll defend my right to say it, won't you? As long as you're not putting the bullet, as long as you're using your AR-15 to defend my right to call you a cunt. Without you turning the AR-15 on me and just killing me. You know, I'm just following logic here.
Your right to say it.
What about your right to kick? What about your right to shoot me with your AR-15 if I call you a dumb bitch? Dumb bitch. Whoa. What about my right to drop my speakers off my fucking desk almost breaking shit, dumb bitch? Oh, your fault. I know I'm not being nice, but she will defend my... Don't worry, she's defending my right to say this shit, dumb bitch. Don't worry, I'm following her logic. I know the shit I'm saying is absolutely fucking atrocious. But this dumb bitch will defend my right to say it, because she's a dumb bitch. Ain't that right, dumb bitch? Defend my right to call you a dumb bitch.
That is a very strong statement, Brian. So what's your feeling behind that statement?
Well, you know, even though, you know, I dress like an Englishman and I am a citizen of this incredible country.
You dress like a twat, mate. I know a lot of Englishmen and none of them look as bad as you, you fucking twat. You look like a failed banker wannabe who then does some bebop in the weekends to be cute down with the kids. Woo! Hey, look, hey, Ma, I'm 15-year-old again, Ma. I'm not 65, trying to live like my day, like I'm a 15-year-old boy again. Yeah, yo! Oh, man, this just inspired. This guy inspires me. Fucking US fake, London real telling you the truth. Was that fucking Danny Jones? The Hawks police Start with your name, you fanny.
That is England and this incredible United Kingdom. I also am an American, and still am an American, by the way. Still have my passport, and so.
Are you fucking sure, you fucking dick? You look like just I don't think England wants you, and I'm pretty sure America doesn't want you. They get better bebop, balooba, fucking dancers than that.
I grew.
You got a touch of the plastic faces about you as well, man. How much work you got done? You look like the Joker with that purple suit, but anyway.
Grew up where the First Amendment, which is the right to free speech and the right to.
But that accent, I have no idea what that. I think it's my wrestling accent. I'm going to come down there.
The freedom of press. It's woven into my DNA, Amanda. It's like no one actually had to teach.
It's in your DNA, bro. It's in my fucking DNA, man.
Teach it to me because when you live in America, it's all around you. People criticize the president. People call people this and say people that. They start crazy businesses. They have ideas. So for me, it's normal. It's like growing up in a world where that's just something we all accept. And so when that is taken away from me or that is challenged, it's something that's visceral. And that country was built on freedom of speech. It was built on.
Yeah, so America's the home of fucking freedom. So I decided to come over to London and dress like an Englishman.
Being a rebel. And so,
yeehaw!
So that's why I say I'll defend to the death your right to say it, because it's kind of who I am as a person. And now it's
in my DNA. It's who I am. I'm just all about the truth.
Who we are as London Real.
Yeah, apart from we're not from London, which makes us fake. Anyway, we need to keep his beat bopping. Oh, I love this guy. He's my new favourite.
What's up? It's Brian Rose from London Real. I'm sitting in my office here and
pink shirt, pinstripe.
I just wanted to call attention to something that is absolutely crazy that's going.
Yep, you wanted to call attention to that guy who rents an office next to you who's going to be annoyed that he's all your internet now like that. Oh, and I'm pretty sure that's ex-hamster he's got up.
Going on right now.
Dangerous Dave told me that's what it might look like.
That is our brand new digital freedom platform. We launched this last night, just before midnight, looking to raise $100,000 so we can use this platform for our very first live stream of Rose Ike 3 on May 3rd. We want to do it so where no network, no Silicon Valley company can stop us. And we want to get 1 million.
Can't stop me. What are you talking about? Tommy Robinson and that, they'll give you the VD. Get yourself sorted out with the VD, man, and you can save yourself $100,000. Right, so he wants you to pay $100,000 for him to stream something. Do you know what he could do? Do you want me to tell you what he could do? He could stream it on YouTube unlisted, and then use that stream. Like you could stream it on YouTube unlisted, and then you could broadcast that stream onto another website just by embedding it. Just by giving people a link. No, giving a link, you would need to get another website. But you could do that, and that would cost you nothing. Zero. A zip. A nata. So here, mate, you want to save yourself $100,000? Give me a call. I'll remedy that. Because you got to love these truth tellers when they bounce up and start using sales technique and selling you shit up to possibly could we need this for the flux capacitor, Captain, to put in the lithium crystals so we can just tell the truth this time. You know, if we hit 100,000 fucking pounds, we can tell the truth. Then nobody's ever been able to tell the truth before. Why don't you print off leaflets and just go up and down the country? How much fucking leaflets can $100,000 get you? I mean, this is when these people start smelling a shite, when they start trying to part you with your money. I mean, selling you t-shirts is more honourable than shite like this. This is Ponzi scheme, David Icke, Alex Jones-esque. Remember Alex Jones used to do it? Was it a marathon or telethon or some shit? And he was like, I want to do a 24-hour broadcast, 24 hours to save the world against the new world order. I really need your money. The flux capacitor is almost low. Regenerate the flux capacitor for another year. Fucking idiots would phone up and buy boner pills, man, and get them over the line. Anyway, here's US Fakes version of it.
Million people concurrently watching this stream. We estimate it's going to take $100,000 to do this. I honestly didn't know how long it would take us to do that. Right now,
I'll save you some money, mate. Get in touch.
Now we're sitting, because of you and the London Real Army, at 26,000 of that 100,000. I think we can raise the 100,000 before midnight, which means in 24 hours, you, the London Real Army, would have made.
He's raised an army as well, man. Mate, just come out and call it a cult. Army's a wee bit too militant.
We have decided to fight back. They picked the wrong.
Oh yes, mate. Here, boys, girls, don't worry. This coronavirus thing thought the New World Order thought they'd had us on the ropes. We've got a plastic face American telling you's the real London going to save you now. They picked the wrong fight with. Oh yes, come on, war talk.
Person to fight with. And I don't know about you, Alex, but as a kid, when someone told me what to do, I never appreciated it. But we have decided to stream what we're.
Don't wear that suit. Makes you look like the Joker. You're wearing the same suit all the time. Get a new one. Don't tell me what to do. Mate, I'm trying to fucking give you some fashion tips. Don't worry.
Calling Rose Ike 3, the end of the trilogy, on May 3rd, 2020. And we're going to have 1 million people watching that live stream.
Somebody's saying somebody's in the chat saying that he streamed the last one through Daily Motion. There's a solution as well. All the other streaming sites, that fucking Facebag Live is letting Tommy Robinson the Russian Facebag, the Russian VD, the Russian Facebag is letting Tommy Robinson stream, so it's all good. And look at this plastic face motherfucker, man.
Make us the largest live stream of a conversation in human history. But to do that, I can't wait and kowtow to these Silicon Valley companies. Say 65? So we've had to create our own platform, Alex. And we've had to create our own war chest.
Who's that American actor who went out with Catherine Zeta-Jones? He looks a wee bit like he's tried to have plastic surgery to look like him.
And that's what's been super exciting about the last 48 hours.
Exactly. And that's what's so beautiful is we made YouTube powerful. We made Google powerful. We made Facebook powerful. And you're the talent. You're the host. You've got the guests. You built the studio. You've got the crew. You did it all. Since when do these people sit in judgment over you like they're God? And so you've done it, just like Infowars.
Because he uses their platform. They're not trying to shut him down. If he wanted to go and print off fucking flyers and stand in the street and go, hey man, look at my plastic face, I'll tell you the truth, nobody's going to stop him. It's just YouTube has went like that. David Icke, in our opinion, was putting public health at risk. It's like somebody telling you to go and drink bleach.
Did. You've built your own platform and you're building it and they are coming.
What are you going to tell your grandchildren you did, you know, in the great reduction of human rights of 2020? You know, did you sit at home and do as you were told? Or did you fight back? Did you question authority? Did you share these messages? Did you also...
What did you do during the virus that potentially could have wiped out the fucking major parts of the population? Well, I was out there licking doorknobs and playing with traffic. Woohoo! Look at me!
Start saying, why are we doing this? Maybe this is wrong. I think we're going to look back on this year, Alex, and we're all going to be judged. And leadership comes in many forms. It can come in many ages and many guises. And it's time.
He's trying to excuse because he's an old bastard. That's his kryptonite. He's old. You can tell.
All right, I am super excited because this is going to be a massive day for London Real.
You had like your cocaine this morning, or is it energy drinks, old man? What does it you do? Is this a Steven Seagal look?
For human rights, for our civil liberties, for free.
Yeah, man, but without me fighting the case, one old man in a suit that can do the beep-bop-a-doo-ba, beep-bop-a-doo-ba, look at me do the beep-bop. I'm gonna save the world, Captain Planet, y'all. Captain Planet can do the break dancing. Check the band round my hair and everything. Woo! Yeah, and then the pose. To become one, he needs some love like he's never been loved before. Wanna make love to him, baby.
Freedom of speech. Because today at 5 p.m. London time, which is 12 noon Eastern time, we will have Dr. Rashid Buttar on the Digital Freedom platform. Now, what does that mean? That means you've never seen him like you're going to see him today at 5 p.m. because there will be no censorship. There'll be nobody talking to him worried about their channel being banned. There'll be nobody worried about subsequently being deplatformed from that or other platforms. This will be one of the purest conversations ever when it comes to what he
Yeah, pure, man. Pure, that brilliant, man.
talks about it. And I don't know if you're familiar with Dr. Bitar, but he goes super
Dr. Petard? You know, is it no John Luke Picard?
big. He talks about all sorts of things that are going on. He actually was in the Army as a medical doctor, Special Forces as well, and he has a lot to say about the COVID-19 diagnosis.
Homoerotic for bankers. Oh, here, by the way, I'm being a banker and me joking about him being full of cocaine. That's not probably far off the mark.
He's got a lot to say about the vaccine agenda. He's got a lot to say even about 5G. And interesting, not what you would expect. He's got a lot to say about Bill Gates, about the whole foundations going on, the WHO, and a lot of it makes a lot of sense. And he's been going out there talking about
Plasma burns. You know how much I think it's a real virus, right? I've seen pictures of it, and I don't think they're fake. I don't think electron microscopes, that thing, are fake. I don't think hundreds, if not thousands of people around the world being able to take a picture of that virus in a petri dish using an electron microscope and then putting these pictures on the news and all that. I don't think that's fake. See if the internet has managed to convince you that electron microscopes are a conspiracy, or that the thousands of normal Joes in white coats that are using those electron microscopes right now to study and take pictures and all sorts of shit, probably have parties with them and all that, I don't know. Then the internet's turned your head to mush. My humble belief. And no. It's not like there's no dispersions on you or anything, man. It's just the internet's managed to convince you that the sky is pink. It's only pink on a good day, or some good acid.
His video with 9 million views was just banned on YouTube, and so he's one of the guys out there who's screaming about censorship and freedom of speech. He spent time in the U.S. military, and he said, "What was I doing wearing the American flag on my shoulder, fighting for our constitutional rights and our basic freedoms, and now they're being taken away?" He's just as livid as I am that some of these platforms are not.
I don't know about you, but if you want to know an expert in viruses being real or fake, you want a banker and a soldier and a goalkeeper. You know, say in Houstonia, if the virus comes in and I need to get some experts on the go, I'm going to take big fucking geeky mouth, big gaping mouth here, it's advice, and I'm going to get a goalkeeper, a banker, and a soldier as my scientific crackpot team on how to tell me if a virus is fake or not. The goalkeeper says it's fake, it's a football. The banker tells me it's fiat currency, it's fake. And the soldier fucking sticks a baton of an AR-15 up my arse, tells me it's fake. Like, no offence, Plasma Burn, each to their own, mate, each to their own. I don't think COVID-19 is fake. What do you think the pictures are? What do you think all these thousands of people are using to try and make a vaccine? It's like chemtrails, mate. You would need to believe, it's like chemtrails. You'd need to believe everybody that touches base with the aviation industry is all in this big mass conspiracy to put secret pipes and all the fucking airlines and all that. This COVID-19 thing. COVID-19 isn't fake. Oh God, man, it's like me trying to explain the Earth isn't flat to a flat earther, man. It's just something you need to. It's something the conclusion you need to come to yourself. I ain't going to sit here and embarrass myself by trying to show my lack of understanding of the science to convince you. Go and ask friends and family, mate. People away from the conspiracy land. See what you get. Get them all rounded. Don't ask this fucking melted welly boot face fucker.
And we have
help us fight for your digital freedom. Phase 4 What we need is an app.
Just completed phase 3 of the Digital Freedom Platform. I just want to send a massive thanks out to the entire London Real army across the world. I mean, I'm blown away. I'm just blown away. As you know, I've never asked for a single donation in the history of London Real, and yet when it comes to this platform...
Hold on, where was that? What was that, right? When is this? Because I swear to God, this is after that video I just played of him asking for donations. April the 27th. Right, what the fuck one was it with him asking for donations? Where's this US fake? Here we go, this is it here, I think.
What's up, it's Brian Rose from London Real. I'm sitting in my office here.
Is this?
I just wanted to call attention to something that is absolutely crazy.
Right, he's not asking for donations, but he wants to get this up to 100 grand before.
What's going on right now, and that is our brand new digital...
Deep State Illuminati, Deep State Illuminati, Deep State Illuminati. Right, let's get back into...
Silicon Valley company could stop us, and we want to get 1 million people concurrently watching this stream. We estimate it's going to take $100,000 to do this. I honestly didn't know how long it would take us to do that. Right now, we're sitting, because of you and the...
Right, so I don't know what he's doing here. You say he's fundraising money for something. He's not asking for donations. But to me, it sounds to me that he's asking for donations.
I can't do... And I'm blown away. I'm just blown away. As you know, I've never asked for a single donation in the history of London Real. And yet when it comes to this platform, I can't do this without you. Can't do this without the London Real army in any way.
You can't talk with your tongue hanging out your mouth.
Can't do any of this without you, unless we have a force of people who demand the truth, who demand that we're not censored anymore, who demand basic human rights of freedom of speech and freedom of the press. I can't do this. And all of you showed up in a massive way and donated. And I know these times are difficult, and I really appreciate this. Now we only have 6 days left of fundraising, and I'm moving into phase 4, and that is we're building an app. We're finally going to have a digital app for Android and iOS that you can basically touch a button and watch all of our band content, stream live, things like Dr. Rashid Buttar, David Icke, all of those things from your phone. This is something you've been asking me for, honestly, for years, but we've just never had the resources to do it. So we're going to build this digital freedom app and have it for your phone that anybody in the world can have it. That way we're not subject to, a service provider.
That's not true. I'm pretty sure Tommy Robinson's apps and all that get shut down or prevented and stuff. So if you do turn into like a far-right trumpet, you can still get flung off out of app stores and all that. So
and hacking attacks and malicious, all this stuff that we've been trying to deal with.
I know what you're talking about, all these hacking attacks, mate. I know what you mean.
And you can have it. So that's the next chunk of fundraising. And
then you see gas masks. Try and post a link, mate, if you can.
Lastly, there will be phase 5, and that is setting up a legal fund to where we can go after some of these trillion-dollar companies. And I spoke with a great lawyer on
a legal fund, so you can go out. Oh my lord! Now his accountant's got a hard on with all the money rolling in. He's like, right, hey, taxman, see you later. We're going to start up a legal fund, and we're going to start up a help Africans Build Mud Hot Fund Foundation. We're going to start up a foundation for the victims of 5G radiation as well. Okie dokie.
On Friday, who said basically this. He said, Brian, there's a precedent with the London Stock Exchange where even though it's a private company, it's also a public utility. Since it's a public utility, it must follow the basic laws in that location. And in our location, EU has a civil rights law which says that our rights to freedom of speech must be protected, which means we can go after some of these trillion-dollar companies and say you're actually breaking a law because you're no longer a private company that I have to submit to your community policy, which of course you can subjectively interpret however you want and catches everything. Now, actually, since you're a public utility, which you are, this matters. He said also something very interesting. He said in this COVID-19 lockdown, these private companies.
Right, now, how long have we heard this? The way that we see when Facebook and all that started flinging off all the right wing, Suddenly they changed their tune and their hypocrisies and double standards changed from private companies should be able to do what they want. You shouldn't be able to force somebody to bake a gay cake. Now it's like, they're public utilities. So is the baker. Is the baker a public utility as well? Melted Wellington bootface. Now, I have no problem people having these causes close at heart and stuff, but does nobody stand to think, why are they all fucking singing from the same hymn sheet? Fuck's sake, touch base with this guy for a couple of weeks and you can see all the same fuck. He's not telling you what you think, but he certainly tells you what you think about. It's all the same shit Alex Jones, David Icke tells you to think about.
Okay, just walking out of the studio. What a crazy
day, man.
Night. Just spent over 2 hours with Dr. Rashid Buttar, the guy that was banned on YouTube with a 9 million view video. And I mean, I won't lie, the guy just absolutely blew my mind. You know, I'll be honest, I've never been someone who's into conspiracy theories. I've never gone down the rabbit hole. If you look at our history here at London Real, I've never really had people on to talk about those things. And yet, honestly, 3 weeks ago, I stumbled upon a lot of controversy by having David Icke on the show. As you know, we had that episode pulled, and things like Ofcom came after us. Ministers of government here came after us. I was deplatformed from other social media, and I was pulled into this vortex. And sitting here talking with Rashid tonight in a platform where we weren't...
Alright, that's it. Anyway, so, what you want to do in a wee dance one more time, eh? Right, North Korea and China, let's get into the corona shit. A wee babalooba, she's my baby. So, North Korea capital sees panic buying of food. North Korea news says this was back in the 23rd, just after last Tuesday. But it was interesting because they're trying to embarrass North Korea for panic buying. Did you try and buy toilet rolls a couple of weekends ago? And after all the stuff that came out about Kim Jong-un being dead and then not dead and then dead and then not dead and then dead and then not dead. But anyway, I think it's interesting what's happening in North Korea just now as well, in the context of some would say what's going on here is getting used or is part of a kind of war against China, and putting the pressure on North Korea or trying to get North Korea in one to sway towards one global power or the other, is very much in context with the ongoing struggle with China and territories such as Hong Kong, as well as, I would argue, North Korea. But anyway, just something I wanted to have a wee look at. This is Corona politicised.
Corona recommendations. I'm joined by...
Now, here's this doctor, what's his name? Dr. John Campbell. So I was, oh, he's the doctor, he's on the YouTube, so we better believe him and stuff, right? Now, what I would say here is, I've not heard him lie and all that, but here I would say you can clearly hear a political slant or political tinted glasses.
By John Campbell. He's a medical doctor who also works as an independent health analyst. Welcome to the program. What do you make of the US president's suggestion of injecting disinfectant to clean the body of coronavirus?
Well, disinfectants are certainly produced to disinfect surfaces and to disinfect objects. They're not to be used to disinfect the virus in the body. And the idea of drinking disinfectant or injecting disinfectant would both be highly poisonous things to do. If you drink it, it's going to go into the stomach, it's going to cause inflammation in the stomach, and it will be absorbed and can poison you. And if you...
Right, now, to be fair to the guy, earlier he didn't just listen to what Trump actually said or the context and all that. And he's just listened to the hysteria on the BBC, so on and so forth. That's a possibility. It's either that or he's blindly disregarding what the hell Trump really says and just jumping on. Trump, he's like answering the question of, well, you know, Donald Trump said you should drink or inject disinfectant, so I wouldn't do that if I was you. Rather than going, well, Donald Trump didn't say that. I mean, the guy, oh God, and I'm not a Donald Trump fan. Anyway, I just wanted to point to that because I've been watching this guy I've been enjoying this guy, and I haven't seen. I've not suspended disbelief at all at any point. But I enjoy his facts and figures and the way he presents it and stuff like that. But here I can see a political bias or just a naivety. But I don't know about you, if you were going on national television, you would probably like to watch the comments that you're about to comment on. Call me crazy. That's what I would do. Corona makes you see what you want to see.
Hi. So y'all can see.
Okay, I used, I think it was a video, or was it I think it must have just been a news article after watching this, of like what appears to be a nurse in scrubs standing in front of a car at one of the blockades, and sort of a saying, I was using it as like, hey, look, it's, it shows how this is getting used. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, bless me. Wee bit of corona dust got on my nose there. And it was getting used to polarise people and make citizen turn on citizen. Now, you interpret this the way you want. Right? This is what I'm saying. People see what they want to see. They can watch the same event and then see two different things.
What's this flag say here? It's definitely not. Oh, they're staging a blood.
What do you mean they're staging? It's like he's standing in front of one of the cars so people can take photographs. There's no staging about it. He's also done it in one of the most public places. I think it would be hard to like not hear this girl going, "Hey, we are fucking mental fucking accent." And everybody's got a fucking cell phone, mobile phone idiots, nowadays. So I don't think the guy that's getting this, using this opportunity to take a photograph to make his point, right? Number one, he's not doing it confrontational. He's doing like that, getting a picture took, then going away before the guys get the chance to run over the top of him, like happened somewhere else when the left and right turned up to fight. And this woman's like screaming, fake it! What's fake about it? The guy's fucking standing there getting a picture took. What is fake about that?
I got this. A stage me.
How's it staged? It's perfectly real. You could say the guy's maybe not a doctor or nurse, but how are you to know?
It's definitely not. Oh.
Right, look what's staged. It's a guy going over. It's staged! It's staged!
Oh, they're staging. I'm glad I got this. A stage media op. Look at that.
A staged media op. There's people taking photographs of it to put in the... What do you mean staged? I don't get what's staged about it. There was a real guy standing in front of that car. It was real. People took photographs of it and put it around the world. I don't think anybody put... Or is it... Or what they're saying is that it's a fake actor, I suppose. I suppose that... Is that what it is? He's a fake actor? Fucking no idea, man. I could even see how... Oh, I don't know.
Staged on Facebook Live.
Yeah, the best way to stage fake stuff is doing it when a crazy woman is, I'm on Facebook Live, like fucking, it's the perfect way to stage it. So are they saying that this guy in this car with the American, is that the American flag hanging out, is fake? I don't know what's staged about this. You're a fraud? What's a fraud about it? What's...
They just staged one of those medical pictures with the guy in his scrubs. I got it on camera.
Like, go and track the guy down, get his ID and prove whether he is or isn't a doctor or nurse.
You're a fake! You see that, you guys? That's the kind of crap I'm talking about.
You see that, you guys? This is the kind of crap I'm talking about. She's obvious. I would say it's pretty damn obvious she's part of that protest. So she's went down there with her fucking AR-15, like, Alex Jones is right, man. The New World Order, taking our freedoms. Locked and recorded. And then she sees somebody in scrubs. Didn't have a problem with the guy in scrubs until he stood in front of that car and got a picture took. And to me, like, I don't know about you. If I was going to go and dare to do that, I wouldn't want to hang around too long before some fucking one-toothed fucking Billy Bob Thornton cunt comes up and points an AR-15 at you. Hey, you fucking bastard! What are you doing taking after that sick, you cunt? Bet you fucking believe viruses are real and everything. Don't you know, God, you're going to feel God's wrath?
Yeah, take a picture! Freedom!
Freedom! Take a picture! Freedom! What the fuck? Right, so again, I'm telling you what I see. In my reality, that's what I see. I see a guy who could or could not be a nurse getting a picture took in front of a car, holding up a placard, in some way to protest the protesters. Now, if he was on the other side of the argument, he wouldn't want to get close. He wouldn't try and want to provoke anybody coming close to him, because then it would defeat the purpose of him protesting people who aren't social distancing. So to me, it looked like a very reasonable thing to do. Stand in front of the car for a few seconds before the guy runs you down or gets his AR-15 out. Get some pictures, and then get on your way before some Billy Bob Thornton runs up to you and sticks you with a baton because he thinks you're fucking part of the New World Order conspiracy commie takeover, the Chi-Coms. Thinks Alex Jones told you like you're part of the Chi-Com conspiracy.
Look at that!
Ah, you look at that. Ah, listen to that! Ah! Right, that was... Corona makes you see what you want to see. So here's some YouTube psychosis.
Institute's own words that said this whole CV-19 thing was an H.
Oh, right, it's the guy that's the Wookiee. I don't know why, he just looks like a Wookiee. Imagine you got Chewbacca, right, and he fell asleep at a party once, and you just, like, managed to just shave a wee bit of his face. I'm pretty sure this is what Chewbacca would look like if he fell asleep at a party. With just a wee bit of... Do you know how, like, usually you would shave somebody's eyebrows? So if Chewbacca falls asleep with your days, you shave that bit, and then that's what he looks like. I don't know. I love this guy. I'm joking. I love the guy's beard, and I love just like the headspace he's at, man. I mean, it must be brilliant just to think the whole world's fucking coming to get you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make this.
Oh, it must be such a beautiful. You must be able to sleep so peaceful at night, thinking the New World Order's coming to get you.
Really fast and move through this really quickly. I was just doing a pre-recorded session, it's sort of a live stream, D-Live kind of thing with Red Ice TV. By the way, if you
Red Ice TV, oh god. I think they're bona fide, genified Nazis, are they not?
You're not subscribed to Henrik over at Red Ice. Here's his Twitter page. I'll put all of his links in the description below this video.
What is his fucking name?
Really thoughtful, good content and good information.
He'll convert you.
While I was talking with him, and we even went over the video that
make you agree with Nazis before you know they're Nazis.
Right here. We were talking about this video, and I was pulling up some information for him to send him on a direct message through Twitter. And I saw a bunch of people had sent me messages and said, "Hey, Brian, they took your last video down." And I was like, "What?" Because we just got done watching. I'm serious.
The Illuminati.
It's not more than 10 minutes had transpired.
The Illuminati took it down, man.
That was in that about them calling this whole thing an HOAX.
Oh, don't say it, man. The Illuminati will take you down because you're saying hoax. No, they're not taking it down because you're saying the word. They're saying it down because you're propagating fucking things that might actually have health risks to people, you fucking Wookiee. Right, now, I don't know about yous. When I want to know medical advice about viruses, I go to a goalkeeper, a Wookiee. Who else did I have? A soldier. What the fuck was Alex Jones and a used car salesman. That's who to get your medical advice from, folks. If you want to know whether this virus is a hoax or not. Because how do I know viruses are real? I've never seen one. How do I know the earth wasn't built in 7 days and the baby Jesus is going to come back and save us all? How do I know? Because these guys know the baby Jesus is coming back and the earth was born in 7 days, and they want you to understand the science of how the earth was built in 7 days. They really want you to understand the science of that, as they then impart their fucking wisdom for a Wookiee, a goalkeeper, and a soldier. That's where you get your medical advice from. Keep it real, y'all. Keep it real, y'all. It's not cult of personalities that will allow you to fucking like gravitate to them as if you're your fucking daddy. You know, some people actually believe these fucking idiots, a Wookiee, a goalkeeper and soldier, over your daddy. And your daddy might not be a fucking expert, but I tell you what, your daddy's got a better interest at fucking heart than a fucking Wookiee, a fucking goalkeeper, and a soldier.
You know what that is?
Yeah, it's the deep state Illuminati picking on Wookiees.
Maybe I shouldn't have spelled that because the algorithms are getting smart. Anyway.
Yeah, maybe the Terminator Judgment Day algorithms will send in the drones because I said the word H. I don't know how to spell hooks.
Anyway, we're on that live stream, or let me just back this out. There we go. So you can see that. And I go to my page and I see this right here. We've removed this video because it violates our community guidelines. We've seen that before. You'll be able to review this video for 7 days from the time it was removed. This period allows you to review the content and decide whether you wish to submit an appeal. I will appeal it, but they'll do like they always do. And they go, nah, no dice, forget it. Even though it was mainstream media prostitutes' own words that said this whole CV-19 thing was an H dash.
No, mate, no, you're seeing shit that isn't there. I haven't seen anywhere on the mainstream media that they've said it's a hoax. Nowhere. Zata. Nuts. I'm sick of watching Alex Jones and they go, this expert in Geneva admitted it was fake. Then they pull up Infowars stories to back up their claims. And you're like, fuck's sake. Anyway. Well, I am. I'm like, fuck's sake, man. Get your shit from a Wookiee. Right, that was YouTube psychosis. Let's have a look at some anti-vaccine shit. Can't remember what
Sheep
this
are
is.
gonna lap it up. Inject it into me, please. See, they got a vaccine ready. Sheep are gonna lap it up. Inject it into me, please. I'll have it.
This guy doesn't think he's in a cult. You know, my opinion is, you want the vaccine? Go and take it. If you don't, I don't think anybody should force you. But to sit there, look at the sheeple, taking the vaccine. Well, look at your dumbass, mate, that can't understand the science between vaccination. No offence. You don't really come across as the scientific type unless you've got a white coat underneath your Adidas trackie. So I'm going to listen to... I'd argue probably I know a wee bit more science than you. I watched Back to the Future. I seen a flux capacitor in action. But again, I'm not going to take medical advice over vaccinations from goalkeepers. Who's that last cunt? Used car salesman. Who's that last one? I was talking. Oh God! And people who've got the memory of a fucking clownfish. YouTube psychosis. Oh, the Wookiee. I forgot the Wookiee. I'm not going to take scientific or vaccination advice from Wookiees, goalkeepers, or used car salesmen, or dudes sitting on the couch. No offence, mate. You could be the most fucking wise, honourable guy ever sitting on the couch, but I'm still... Call me crazy. I'm still not going to take medical advice from the dude sitting on the couch.
Bit quick, that, wasn't it? Go and have your injection. It'll be alright. Won't it?
Just ball deep in the cult, and everybody loves it. Scary. But hey, don't believe in vaccines. Don't get them. Corona Civil War.
We have this sickness and don't show. Take a look at that question. As protests are raging right now all throughout the United States.
Yeah, there's the Daily Mail.
And the world.
That's the fascists I told you about. But parroting fascist news organisations, but telling people that they're fascist news organisations isn't just like being a trumpet for the news fascist news organisation. Remember, mainstream media lies to you, but here's the Daily Mail, the fascist one that tells you the
An
truth.
important question on everyone's mind, and that is whether we should open or keep being locked down. I want to take a look at that question, specifically looking at this new Stanford study that a lot of people are talking about, as well as the Swedish model in depth in this video from a perspective that's going to be very important. While, of course, we're also going to be looking at all the other protests happening around the world, including in Brazil, Paris, France, and of course also Hong Kong. And we're going to do that plus a lot more on this independent media organization that is supported by you, the viewer. And one easy way to support us is
by giving us your money, because what we're going to do is we're going to read the Daily Mail and then bring it to you, because we're independent journalists who scour the internet for sensationalist right-wing bullcrap and bring it to you directly, because we are independent.
Checking out We Are Changed.
Right, they're independent. Let's see if they'll touch on anything that anybody else in the Truth Industrial Complex hasn't.
While into brave time and your sir.
Is it buy my t-shirt? Donate here.
Like it as well. Now, of course, just understand.
Oh, right. So this is going to be talk about the apocalypse. So who's this news organisation? Never heard of them, but they remember news lies apart from these ones that they're going to back up the economic crash if we don't let people out from lockout. How's it mental? I can understand where the slant all their stories are going to come across as.
The economic ramifications of what is happening now will be severe.
Yep, so he's pushing the narrative that the economic fallout's going to be worse than the lockdown fallout. Okay, that's straight out Alex Jones.
Situation, and we were talking about that on a 1 hour live stream.
China stink. Right, this is independent, eh? How independent? He's independently went to all these, like he's scared to even show you who the news organisation, the Diplomat, doesn't tell you who owns it and what editorial stance they have. Nah, just these headlines fit his worldview.
Situation, and we were talking.
I've independently scoured internet for headlines that fit my worldview and put them together just for you to make it look like I've got a view.
Talking about that on a 1 hour live stream in yesterday's video, which I definitely
digital currency
crash, as well as the US petrodollar and changing economic paradigms that
the economy's going to die.
It's happening right now, since these are very transformable times that will have very few winners and a lot of losers. And that's why it's important to be skeptical of authority at this time, while of course having an emphasis at looking at the data. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing.
No, that's Zero Hedge you're looking at, me. That isn't the data. Zero Hedge isn't independent, and it pretty much has a fucking editorial slant towards the right, you dumb ass. Independent journalism. Have you ever wondered why all the alt-right use the same kind of news organisations? Oh, here's an article from Zero Hedge. Here's an article from the Daily Mail. Remember, mainstream media lies to you, apart from Zero Hedge, the Daily Mail, and sometimes others when they kind of fit our narrative. Okay, got it, good.
Right now, when it comes to the current sickness that the world is dealing with,
I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to paint a picture that isn't as bad as some people are making out. I don't know why.
Right now, from the data coming in, it looks like the number of cases of this sickness will be hopefully going down.
Yay, until you add all the old people on, then it doubles. But hey ho, fuck the old people. That was Corona Civil War, because they were talking about riots in the street and all the protests and stuff. So let's have a wee look at what is the latest 5G fear. Oh, this is interesting. Revealed former Vodafone executive in 5G conspiracy video is UK pastor. I don't know about yous. When I want people to tell me scientific conclusions, I want people that believe the earth was built in 7 days and the baby Jesus is going to float back down. Woo! Some angel wings and bring round the rapture and the apocalypse. Woo! woo! But don't worry, the apocalypse sounds bad, but it's actually good. Go and listen to some whacked out Christians. Woo! Baby Jesus, we do. A baby Jesus, we do. A baby Jesus, we do. Oh, Jesus, they love you. 5G will kill you. The baby Jesus said so. Anyway, so again, when I want to get scientific reports about 5G, viruses, and vaccinations, I want to get a goalkeeper, a fucking Wookiee, a soldier, and a guy that believes the Earth was created in 7 fucking days by a magic man in the clouds. That's who I've got on my scientific board. Now that's why Estonia is fucking great. Because we've got a bunch of fucking crackpot Looney Tunes that don't know nothing about science as part of Charger for Science. Mental in Estonia, man. Up is down, left is right. God comes down with firebolts. Zzz, zaps you. This is Old Testament God. Anyway. So, what's there not to trust about these Looney Tunes online that has a suit, has a job title, worked in a hospital once? Oh, they believe in a conspiracy, so now I'm going to believe them about fucking science. Sorry. What's this? Anti-5G protesters scream at women to remove face mask in Cheltenham. A dog walker also said she heard the group chant fake virus repeatedly as they marched towards the town centre. Oh, God. Has claimed she was yelled at by anti-5G protesters to remove her mask. Cheltenham woman has claimed she was yelled at by... So these people are going to now take to the street and bully and harass and beat people up and set fucking shit on fire, putting people's lives in danger in the name of saving us all from a non-existent 5G threat and non-existent links from 5G to a virus. Wow, the brainwashing is fucking deep, man. Deep. Anyway, that is some of the 5G madness. What else we got here? Corona cult a Tommy. Come and get my t-shirt, Tommy. People are protesting everywhere. Right, here's Tommy Robinson over on his new face bag. This is Tommy Robinson's VD. Now, I don't know if it's been added to. I don't know my way around this, right? Let me have a wee shifty. I don't know if it's like the old Facebook where it's just a mad continuation. Oh, God. Yeah, it's not a cult, Tommy Robinson. Look, this is the one I wanted to show you. East Europe, German, something like that, who knows? There are more of us than you can possibly imagine. And if you don't understand what that garb is, that's like Jim Dawson and his armour that he's currently selling. Right? Now, I mean, anybody could go there and post that and plant it or whatever, right? But to me, if you go and look at the barrage of this stuff coming out on Tommy Robinson's page, you'd also seen it on his Telegram. See the way that Tommy Robinson's apparatus is so closely aligned with Paul Golding's. Every time, like they both launched on Telegraph at the same time, used the same links and the same disclaimers on their two separate pages while claiming to be opposing sides of this political spectrum or the right-wing spectrum. They're just agents of Jim Dawson sent out to appeal to different sets of demographics. And I believe that Tommy Robinson was took in with the Knights Templar, whispered in the with the BMP, whispered in the ear of Jim Dawson to become a young foot soldier, and he's climbed through the ranks and now became what he is, a soldier. Anyway, that's what I believe. So there's Tommy Robinson's face bag over his new face bag, with all the Knights Templar shit on it.
Shut people down like they try and do. That's not how freedom of speech really works or democracy should work, really, is it? So,
a protester has come in to observe the launch.
I remember the problem with
okay to see what's going on? Is that okay?
No, because it's a private meeting now. Fuck off.
Excuse me?
Yeah?
Don't get aggressive with me.
I'm not getting aggressive with you. I'm just telling you how it is. You're not welcome.
Sit down and shut up then. Don't speak to me like that.
I'll speak to you how I want.
Okay.
If you don't like it, stop me. Mug.
Ian, I know they're going to pick up on that. It goes on camera. Oh, God, I know. Stay calm, it goes on. If the camera's not there, fucking punch lasers right in here.
Shut people down.
That's real, folks.
Like they try and do. That's not how.
Right in here. It goes on camera. Oh, God, I know. Stay calm, it goes on. If the camera's not there, fucking punch lasers right in here.
So, like, you need to understand, I don't know, you don't need to do fuck all, you don't need to understand, like, what I mean is, for me, it done me the world of good of understanding that these people aren't what they claim to be on camera. What they claim to be on camera is political types, you know, watching the Hare and Gracies. When the camera's off, we've seen Tommy Robinson, like, talking about fucking packy taxi drivers and all that jazz, you know? It's not really that much of a secret. Tommy Robinson was banned from TikTok. Even the Chinese hate them.
Yeah, ironic.
Ironic. This guy's actually above average intelligence for a Tommy Robinson fan.
Sorry for the lag. Just wait for some people to come on.
Ow, my ears. Ah, don't click. Oh, God. Oh.
I know it's been a while since I've come on.
Oh,
but
I've missed you.
Here I am now.
Missed you, man.
That's the main thing.
Young potato head.
And I've mainly been trying to get my life issues sorted out, which is
like spending all the donations that people have gave him on gambling and computer games and stuff, because he's went and his mum, he left the house because his mum and that couldn't accept that he was in a cult. So he chose the cult over his family, who were making sure that he wasn't gambling and all that because he's autistic. This is proof positive that Tommy Robinson and the cult of Tommy Robinson is bad for your health. But anyway,
why
you're not here to talk about me talking about.
You haven't heard from me as of now, but I'm here to talk now. Good evening, McDonald's Farmer, and anyone else who is just coming in. So, those of you who have just noticed the most recent video from Tommy Robinson will know that he has recently been called an extremist and a traitor by the one and only Majid Nawaz. You know, that former extremist from Egypt, the one who was responsible for instigating military coups and trying to recruit officers and all that, and trying to overthrow Western governments. Yeah, that Majid Nawaz. And I'm doing all right, thank you, McDonald's Farmer. So yes, we've had another load of crap coming out of Majid Nawaz's mouth. Mind you, that seems to be all that pretty much comes out of that guy's mouth. And he is sadly one of those LBC hosts who seems to be on a regular or weekly basis at the very least. And then, of course, we've got some other recent news as well about Tommy Robinson. That he tried to go to TikTok to try and get himself a platform where he can at least voice his opinions.
Yes, I mean, being able to speak in the public, that's not enough. Well, we need anybody and everybody that we say to allow us to talk our shit on their platform. That's freedom of speech. No, it's not, simpleton. Sorry, you are a simpleton. This is the video, I think, Danny. Tommy Robinson was talking about buying these t-shirts, but it's obviously away now. Here's a little... Now, the smear campaign that's going on, or the poking of a stick of Paul... It sounds like I'm sticking up for Paul Golden, but... Paul Golden? No. James Goddard. I'm not. I'm just trying to analyse what's going on here. And since the clarity of Paul Golden stole his bird It makes perfect sense as to where the friction is coming from in that particular particular element, let's say. So Paul Golden and his gimps are now propagating and persuading people to put out as much bullshit about James Goddard as he can, and calling him a grass. I don't know that was that not Golden that was calling him a police informer and all that. I don't know. Do you know what, Richie? It's a good point. TikTok is for 12 to 16-year-olds. Why would Tommy want to be... Mate, because he wants any platform that works, that the masses have got access to. Maybe he wants to groom the youth. You know, he's against all these grooming gangs, but he's only against the grooming gangs when it's Muslims grooming youths for sex. But when it's far-right idiots grooming youths to be fucking... in militant Christian organisations, woohoo! So grooming for militant organisations, good. Christian ones especially. And grooming for paedophilia, bad. I just think all grooming's bad myself, personally.
James! Are you okay? No, they're going to send you to prison. No, listen. Go to one side. Well, I don't want you to go there. I'm not racist, but I don't.
Can't hear much, to be honest.
Are you okay? No, they're going to send you to prison. No, listen. Go to one side.
Can't hear much there. Anyway, I just find it interesting now that I know that Paul Golden and whatnot shared girlfriends. Puts a lot of shit in context. Like, what was that? It was the cult of Tommy Robinson? Cult of Get My T-Shirt Tommy? Right, let's have a look at Alex Jones trying to provoke people into murdering Bill Gates. And please understand, well, if Microsoft want to fucking send me free shit batter in, but I'm under, could be a show for Microsoft. Send me hundreds of free shit, and I'll even like say nicer things about Bill Gates. But at the moment, unfortunately, Microsoft haven't taken up my offer of shilling for them. So this is just actually my real opinion. I don't love Bill Gates, but I don't hate him. And when I look at the Truther Industrial Complex and the philanthropists that they point at and demonise, for some strange reason, there's millions of philanthropists in the world, but they only point at particular two of them, being George Soros and Bill Gates. And before people wet their knickers at home thinking, are you sticking up for Bill Gates or Johnson? No, I'm pointing out the fact that the only rich philanthropists that the far right demonise happen to be ones that you could argue are on the far left. Far right philanthropists get left alone. They're bullcrap, buggery and fucking little kids. Pretty much just get left alone. But Bill Gates bullshit and George Soros' bullshit, oh, that'll drive people to actually wanting to kill people. Now, this is just some... Oh, listen to this, man.
Kill the Chinese spies. Kill them now. I want them dead.
He wants the Chinese spies dead.
It's a bio attack, but they made an agreement with Obama and Hillary and those and Fauci that shipped them the weapons.
So
8 years
Obama
ago,
and
5 years ago.
Hillary are
Sold
still
records
in this, on this somehow.
And they said, we'll get Trump, we'll plunge the global economy, bring in the depopulation, we'll do it all right now, we'll worship Xi Jinping in communist China, and then we'll blame Trump and say it's his fault and the economy goes under. Why do we sit here and take this?
I don't know, Alex. Why don't you get on a treadmill and run it off, mate. You'd feel better for that.
But I want Bill Gates and others to walk the plank first. Oh, I haven't forgotten about them. I mean, seriously, folks, if we would throw our birthright away and act like this and let people do things like this, I mean, look, all I have is honesty, and I'll tell you what Trump should do. They've already arrested the head biologist for being a Chinese spy at Harvard and getting tens of millions of dollars secretly and running all these operations. What do you think Epstein did? What do you think Bill Gates does? What the hell is Microsoft doing running the Pentagon cloud? We're under attack by a foreign military with collaborators.
I know, why would you have the largest computer company in the world running the Pentagon cloud? I think they should have got Breitbart to run it. I think definitely should have got Breitbart to run the Pentagon cloud.
And it wasn't on the news in 1941, you know, when the Marines just went around in plain clothes killing all the Nazis, okay? And killing the collaborators. And they'd come and say, we know you're working for the Nazis because you're in a German community. You're going to go help us and lead them to a spot. We're going to kill them in this barn, or we're going to kill you. And we just killed them. It was only 10 or 15,000 we had to kill. Took about a week. You know, you don't play games with this stuff. Kill the Chinese spies. Kill them now. I want them dead. No more games. I want Trump to issue death warrants now against all these people. I want them killed. I want them dead now.
Alex Jones bad for your heart rate, man. You're bad for your blood pressure.
Why aren't we taking the gloves off and shit?
Taking the gloves off, mate. You're calling for the death of fucking 15 to 20,000 people. You're a fucking maniac.
In the Army and the Marines to kill these people.
Pontiac, it depends what branch of Christianity you're in, mate. See the people that believe the fucking Bible is the word of God. Oh shit. Squirrel. What was I saying there? Oh, it depends what God you believe in, mate. Because if you believe like the King James and the fucking Old Testament and New Testament, a lot of these people believe in the God of the Old Testament, you know? That God will come down and smite you like a motherfucker, man.
Kill them. Kill them now.
That's right. Christians who believe the Bible is the word of God believe in two gods, although they believe in one. Kill them. Just kill them.
That guy shouldn't be fired. He should be arrested on war crimes of bioweapons. And after he's convicted, hang his ass by the neck until dead.
Woo, yeah, baby. Get the hangman this out.
Go overthrow China and hang Xi Jinping's ugly ass as well. You attack us with weapons, you die.
Hey, what's up, YouTube?
Hey, what's up, YouTube? I didn't talk like this until I got into Alex Jones. And all of a sudden, I seemed like I started to sound like a WWF wrestler, man. And I thought, making me so more manly, I sound like I've got balls in my throat. You know, riding my balls between my legs. I thought I'd sound like I've got balls in my throat, man. And that made me feel so manly. And I'll grow a little goatee. Well, I'll be honest, man, he looks like a woman that's fucking transitioned into a guy. Didn't he?
It's Richie from Boston. I am
Right,
in Cheyenne,
Richie from Boston.
Wyoming, or I actually just passed through Cheyenne, Wyoming. And there are a ton of fully loaded military vehicles.
Yeah, that's how we look. Yeah, this was almost 7 days ago, man. But let's see, did you check on the news? Has there been is there martial law in America yet? No, but this guy was predicted. And for some reason, it's Bill Gates' fault. And this other doctor. So it's almost as if he's just listened to Alex Jones that day. And then took to the YouTubes. And he's got 95,000 fucking window lickers. Now almost 9,000 of these fuckers believe in this prick.
Rolling through the streets and on the highway
Oh my god, there's military vehicles in America.
of Cheyenne. So there's that.
And there's that.
I picked up my camera real quick, and the battery was not.
It was in my vibrator.
Not charged, but whatever. I'm just saying that, especially for people like Mike listening at home.
Oh, that's a good point, Richie. A very good point. Imagine in China them showing footage of Alex Jones and him talk calling, and they can say this in the Chinese news. This is one of the largest Western independent media organizations on the internet, and he's calling for the fucking nuking of China. Woo! Well done, Alex.
Everybody keeps asking, why don't you should get Dr. Shiva on, get Dr. Shiva on. Well, check this out. A YouTuber from the UK called Observation Tech. I've listened to him a few times.
Yeah, by name like that, you know he can be trusted.
He's a good researcher.
Yeah, everybody that's a real good researcher is on YouTube, you get me? Because when you're a good researcher, you're so smart that you talk shit on YouTube all the time. And we all know researching is just Googling stuff and reading the first couple of links, yeah. Researching is Googling shit. Got it? Good.
But I'll tell you what.
You tell me, Richie.
Dr. Shiva's show. Apparently he has a show every day from 11 to 1.
Pardon me, man.
And after listening to it, I'm going to explain to you exactly why I don't have Dr. Shiva on. Because he isn't awake. He's running for Senate in Massachusetts. He wrote Donald Trump because he's so angry about the COVID disease. He's talking about Dr. Fauci as someone that should be investigated. This guy has no clue. He has no clue. He might be a doctor. He might realize something's going.
He might be a fucking doctor, but I listen to Alex Jones and I know exactly what's happening to this virus.
Assuming he's talking about the fucking virus. I don't know what my paranoid delusion conspiracy
Richie from Boston's talking about now. But I know better than a doctor, you see.
But this isn't an accident. Like, somebody at the World Health Organization or somebody at the Center for Infectious Diseases isn't.
Somebody just somewhere. Because I know this for a fact. So somebody could maybe be from NASA, maybe from the FBI, maybe the CIA, maybe the Strathclyde Cops. Could be anybody. But I know it for a fact.
At risk. They're not the ones to blame. This is a move being made by a worldwide cabal.
It's the Illuminati.
The deep state, the Illuminati.
Ah, fuck off. Eventually, they got round to blaming Bill Gates. So who's new to blame? Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Soros. Woo! They're the front men for the pyramid, y'all. And here's David Icke with his butt plug fucking diamonds.
Danger and opportunity. This is a time of.
Yeah, always believe a man who can't even stream in 720 by the looks of things, and probably because his face looks like it's literally turning into a lizard.
Great danger, yes, but it's also a time of great opportunity.
Yo, I know. Great danger, great opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to sell books, make outlandish claims, and get banned for fucking trying to get people to lick doorknobs during a virus outbreak and stuff.
Let me introduce my guest then. I'm really glad that he's agreed to come on because I didn't give him...
Here's Richie Allen, another independent media outlet, independently talking to you about how bad Bill Gates is at this time when fucking Alex Jones, Richie from Boston and David Icke is calling for the murdering of Bill Gates.
In 1997, Dr. Zabin got a call from a friend.
Man, he's like Bill Gates exposed more, man. Wow, Bill Gates. More Bill Gates. All these independent journalists all of a sudden independently just woke up and wanted to hate Bill Gates.
None of these people, I think, have got the ability or the courage, the ability to analyse themselves, look in the mirror and say to myself, why am I now joining the chorus of windy lickers online pointing at all the shite Bill Gates has ever done? You know, Bill Gates, I've met him only 3 times, and every single time he farted in a fucking list. You know, Alex Jones, a list? Farted in the lift. Every time I was in the lift with him, he farted and they stunk. Alex Jones going to pay me 30 grand for that information if I continuously say it day after day after day after day after day after day after day. Right, and here's an independent English comedian telling you, who's Bill Gates and why is he such a prick? I don't know, mate. I think Wikipedia would be a better place to start than
funding hundreds of
morons on internet. And oh shit,
of its subgroup.
I'm teleprompter free, and now I'm going to print out hundreds of mainstream media articles that support my worldview. Then I'm going to read them out while saying that mainstream media is liars, and I'm teleprompter free. Yeah, that's my gig. That's my scam. Basically, read the internet and articles on the internet that agree with my worldview, and then call them all liars and say that I'm telling you the truth. And I've got the documents. It's not so much I got the documents. I've got shit that I printed out on paper from the internet. I got the documents. No, Alex, that's shit you printed out yourself. I got the proof of evidence. That's your own article that you got fucking one of your wee info gimps to write. I got the article. No, Alex, you're fat and all the shit you sell, it's like snake oil. Anyway, I can't remember, but he's got to be hating Bill Gates in this at some point. I've usually got it timed.
Was about 15 years ago.
Well, about 15 years ago.
A crushing foreboding and a physically unhealthy result.
Fuck it, no listening. All roads lead to Bill Gates. And again, I'm hitting this home enough. They've all independently came to the conclusion that Bill Gates literally is the devil incarnate. Here's Infowars will sell you a mask to protect yourself from the fake virus. And there's the deep state Illuminati. Obviously not wanting you to know that Bill Gates of hell. But you can tell that this guy's an independent comedian. So he independently, away from Alex Jones, David Icke and all their gremlins, came to the conclusion that Bill Gates, for some reason at this particular time, in this fucking whole wide world, Bill Gates is just the worst person put on the planet. But they all independently came to this conclusion. Let's have a wee look at some of the corona clowns.
Right now, especially definitely lots of crazy news coming in.
Yeah, here's Zero Hedge, independent journalist, so he's just parroting Zero Hedge, and he's parroting the bullshit that the coronavirus turns you from
right now, especially
from Asian
for people
to
who are
Zimbabwean.
affected by this sickness that are having their skin color turn very black or developing on what doctors are calling now COVID toes. Yes, the strange reality that we're dealing with just got that much stranger.
Right, okay, so Zero Hedge, full of shite, 5 Chicago, I think that's NBC or something affiliated, is it not? So this is the mainstream media that tell you lies. They're lying to you about the virus. They're absolutely hoaxing you. But this one wee article just so happens to be the truth. So I'm not telling you what you think. I'm telling you to apply logic to these idiot windy-licking fuckers who present themselves as independent journalists when they're arseholes on the internet try to scam you. Anyway. Outcry after Trump suggests injecting disinfectant as treatment. That's just like fucking BBC out and out lying. But anyway, I'm not here to defend Trump. Or am I? Ha ha ha. That was a Corona Clowns. Corona and China stink.
8 medical staff diagnosed with the CCP virus in one of Harbin City's main hospitals. An exclusive recording obtained by NTD reveals the poor practices leading up to it. A missing citizen journalist in China has reappeared in a new video, but many are questioning if he is truly okay now. A new French report delves into concerns surrounding the
A man who was lost turns up, but we're worried that he might not be okay. This sounds like a real legit news. I don't know about you, that was some real hardcore reporting there.
The Wuhan P4 lab, pointing out troubling patterns through the years.
Yes, we looked at a lab and we're pointing out patterns throughout the years. A source can confirm we have looked at patterns throughout the year. Anonymous music continues.
Pressure is mounting in the UK as many urge the country to rethink its relationship with the Chinese regime.
In the UK, pressure mounting because UK thinks China stink.
We take a deep dive into the UK's economic ties to China and see where things might be heading amidst this pandemic. And more European markets reporting defective personal protective equipment, or PPE, coming from China. Find out the impact it's having on medical.
And the Chinese who are giving us medical supplies are still stinky because some of their shit ain't up to scratch. China stinks,
hospital
y'all.
in China's northeast tested a doctor 4 different ways for the virus, but the official statement is raising questions.
Ooh, man get tested, but raises questions. My lord, I could write this shit all day long.
China has built a massive nationwide surveillance system.
Yeah, but we're okay over here because Vodafone controls it.
To fight the coronavirus. And it might be coming to the US.
It's already here.
Next.
Where politicians are currently trying to sell us contact tracing. China stinks, this should be called.
Welcome back to China Uncensored. I'm Chris Chappell.
Nothing says to me, an American accent, a guy that really cares about the political ongoings in China.
As if dissidents in China didn't have enough to be worried.
As if the CIA didn't have enough fucking talking heads on the internet pretending to be independent news outlets. We had to get one that says China stinks all the time. This is one that's good. I like it. It's like the Daily Show or something that's like mixes in politics.
There are a lot of
mix in politics with comedy.
ways you can hold them accountable. We're doing very serious investigations, as you probably know. And we are not happy with China. We are not happy with that whole situation because we believe it could have been stopped at the source. It could have been stopped quickly and it wouldn't have spread all over the world. And we think that should have happened. So we'll let you know at the appropriate time, but we are doing serious investigations. The fact is that there has been so much unnecessary death in this country. It could have been stopped and it could have been stopped short, but somebody a long time ago, it seems, decided not to do it that way, and the whole world is suffering because of it. 184 countries at least.
Germany sent a bill to China for $130 billion, 130 billion euros for the damages caused by the coronavirus. Would your administration look at doing the same?
Well, we could do something much easier than that. We have ways of doing things a lot easier than that, but Germany's looking at things and we're looking at things, and we're talking about a lot more money than Germany's talking about. Yeah, please go ahead. We haven't determined the final amount yet.
Thank you, Mr.
It's very substantial. If you look at the world, I mean, this is worldwide damage. This is damage to the U.S., but this is damage to the world. Yeah, please.
China's gonna get fucked up. Everything's blamed on China. But my heart was made right here. Oh, fuck. Right, let's get this over and done with. The murky. Brian Harvey Troll Swamp. And feel free to turn off now if it doesn't make sense to you, because you need to kind of beat up. On this. So, these are the bastions of like saving the internet against horrible people. And the way they're countering this is by getting people's Twitter suspended and all that because they buy into conspiracies. And then what they do is people who are paranoid enough to buy into conspiracies, they then go and bully and harass them, pretending to be the Illuminati and try and gaslight them to make them fucking even more crazy and even fall down the rabbit hole even more. And I think it's funny and hilarious. Now, just like fucking banning David Icke's shit off the internet and stuff, it has an effect on people who might be on the conspiracy spectrum of things. So now that Cat Scott will now believe that these people are now even government agents even more because they got their Twitter shut down, because there's a little gang and network of them, which there's criminals in this network. Danny Jones, Lyndon Warden, He's a criminal. He got done for GBH. He's a violent criminal. And there's another violent criminal in their network as well, which is hilarious because they go around calling other people, saying other people are in criminal networks. The irony is Gary O'Brien from Birmingham, cross between Peaky Blinders and John Lennon. He's a mad stabber. He likes to go around and tell people, I fucking stuck people with things and I know when you stay. Again, but these are the good guys. The good guys that go around the internet shutting down conspiracy theorists, Twitters. You know, we're going to save the world. Shiva Burton goes around saying that she's going to, she's sticking up for real child abuse, sexual abuse victims or something. I can't remember the abbreviation they use. And then goes on and loves people, falsely accusing people of being paedophiles and beasts. So there's no logic. There's a disconnect there. There's like, you're not following your moral code, your moral compass that you're fucking virtue signalling out there in the world through your sad, pathetic little attempts of being Robin Hood, on the YouTube. And there was Mayfair again. And this is all wrapped up in Brian Harvey's troll army. Here's the video that he just done. Oh, he's removed it. I'm sure it was him. Recently just done a video that I shown in one of my videos where him and Flow Destroyer and all that again were ganging round their flock to go and attack Brian Harvey for some reason. You know, the guy putting a noose up and kind of on the verge and threatening to fucking put a noose and ruin his neck and all that. Even to be in the mind space of doing that, you know? To still continue and goad and to send the Pie's Eye Goat and Crossman and be whispering into their ears and trying to fucking be master manipulators behind the fucking scenes. These are a bunch of sad little fucking idiots. So seems to have removed his video that he done in the last few days for whatever reason. But you'll see the usual suspects, all like vultures gathering round. Can't see any Flow Destroyer here. Just go and watch the previous videos and they're all backed up on my BitChute as well. Because Flow Destroyer filed a privacy complaint. Oh, hold on. I do need to show this. Because this is the bit he keeps filing a privacy complaint against. And I wonder why, man, he thinks using the genuine video... genuine Facebook messages he sent me showing what a wee creepy Stasi bastard he is. Seems to think that's violating his privacy somehow and wants to try and get it banned in the UK. But he's the good guy. Anyway. So let me just... Here we go. And back up to when he started grooming me. Now remember, this is when he was donating to me, telling me how great I was, sharing files, people that I'd fell out with years ago, bouncing up and sharing Google Drive files from him and his wee Stasi network, trying to get me in the clan, into his little community. Then was in his little community and I don't know, I upset them. He then turned all the community to come and go and to start attacking me. So this is when he was, because it's, you'll notice it all gravitates around Brian Harvey. Oh fuck! I've just realised the comment I wanted to show you away. It was from Mayfair's video, and I can't remember who it was, but one of them's mentioning about how Crossman. What the fuck was it said? Basically saying something about they've now got Crossman and Pie's Eye Goat basically doing their dirty work against Brian Harvey for them. And again, see poking somebody with a stick for 7 years and then at the times them snap and they're live on air and they video that and go, look at what an arsehole he is right here, look at the disgusting things he's saying. See if you've poked and prodded somebody for fucking maliciously attacking them for 7 fucking years, you're going to fucking snap at some points. So, so I actually understand what's going on here. They try and provoke people to act like maniacs, film it and go, look what a maniac they are. That's what's sad and pathetic. Little tramps they are. They're all still of, oh man, I can't believe that fucking Mayfair arseholes fucking deleted.
It's been up for...
We'll have a look at some more of their victims. Can't believe that Mayfair guy deleted his video, man. There's 9 months ago. Kips, Clips, Baby Eating Hoax, Brian Harvey. I don't even watch that pish, to be quite honest. And you'll see this guy, it's all the usual. It's all the same people that get targeted, but it's they're independently targeting them. Andy Devine, John Winona, the King or whatever, Brian Harvey. So the exact same people. Angela Power Disney. The list goes up. The list does go on and on. It's all the same people. See a full list of the people that... Oh, Titus Frost. You know, you'll get your freaking Freddy over there, constantly targeting him and random rants of Ryan or something. So it's all the same people that they're targeting. And they're in a wee network. There's Angela Power Disney that I said. This guy, but this... So, Lady Sparkle and this guy independently started targeting Angela Power Disney while all at the same time they were hanging about with each other in hangouts investigating Brian Harvey and a little community, but they're all doing it independently. They're as bad as the Truther Industrial Complex, trying to pretend they're in a fucking not in a net. Look at these people with a criminal network selling t-shirts about unicorns and fucking leprechauns. Yous are scumfucks. Who else have they got? Who else are they targeting here? Papa Hemp, he was targeted for a while. Angela Power Disney again. John Manoa. Abraham Christney, the name. Brian Harvey knows nothing. A year ago. So Mayfair is part of Flow Destroyer's little community that he was building to investigate the Brian Harvey stuff. Mayfair's part of the little community that goes around and shares Google Drive files on people that they're sitting making like wee creepy Stasi databases all up about. But they're the good guys. They're saving you from the internet. They're saving you from yourself. Don't buy a fucking leprechaun or unicorn t-shirt, because these people are going to destroy these motherfuckers and burn them into the ground. Just like little, what was he said? OG1 Kenobi, whose eyebrows trying to escape. He couldn't, I'm going to wipe you off the fucking internet. Going to kick you out. Ah, fucking idiots. In case you need it, what would I need? Google Drive files about people that I was arguing with about fucking 3 years ago. Cheers, buddy. Why am I not surprised there is a database like this? Right? Database, you might ask. This isn't a database. Aye, well, he's on my radar. Huh? So, quite happy to admit you're correcting a wee database, you fanny, when you're fucking trying to indoctrinate me into your little fucking cult to fucking turn on Brian Harvey and the rest of the fuckers you tried to get me to turn on as well. Oh, here, look at this guy. Look at this guy. And do you know funny? All the people that you tried to fucking get me to turn on, they're all turned up in OG1 Kenobi's documentary that is his life's work. Now he's retiring and becoming back on Civvy Street and becoming a fucking... Now he's retiring from being a soldier. Idiots. Anyway. So, let's have a wee look. Some else of that ammo.
For 41 seconds, right? No views. 2 dislikes.
Unfortunately, this girl's been sucked in with the tractor beam and engaging with all this. She's fallen for the projection of like people ganging up with you with all their sock accounts and coming in and thumbsing it down. Oh, look how powerful I am! I'm going to thumbs it. Look, 34 thumbs down. Probably half of 2 people. And it's something in their weird warped mind. This is them like, doing some good. I don't even know what they think they're doing.
You're gonna have to fucking kill me.
Right, and now somehow, like, I don't know. think you're above it or not, man, right? But see if you're bouncing about right now, want to kill Bill Gates and fucking target Brian Harvey, and you're getting fucking controlled with the deep state Illuminati and you don't know it. Fuck's sake, man. Watch Brian Harvey laugh at him, take the piss, but see all this targeting shit and fucking trying to troll him. It's disgusting, man. Guy's clearly fucking not in a fucking headspace to deal with that right now, and everybody's just continuing.
Right, no, this is for all the people that are talking shit.
Here's Danny Jones. Hoax police, can't tell you his real name.
As you can see...
Criminal! Like, Danny, I don't know if you know this. See if you're charged with GBH, mate, you can't join the police. See if you lie about your fucking name. You can't go around talking about people who are fucking committing hoaxes. You dumb fuck. You're as bad as that fucking melted welly boot face, US fake, aka London real. The hypocrisy's double standard and idiocracy of you fandan is unbelievable. I'm going to beat you up in the name of saving the world. I'm a really good guy. I'm going to save you from criminals because I'm a hoax police. You're not getting your name right and you're a criminal, you fucking idiot. Anyway, let's listen to this.
So, Dennis Oregon shared a post, 2000.
This is them again, still running around, acting like a mafioso, like they're like they fucking own people, like they own people's brains. If people want to go and look into fucking green aliens, Hampstead conspiracies, whatever they want, they're free to do so. And if yous arseholes think yous are fucking free to target and try and destroy motherfuckers' people's lives cause they fall for a fucking conspiracy online, well, keep doing it, man, because no cunt in fucking YouTube land is fucking not going to know your names and who yous are, so you're going to be like leopards.
18, October 27, 2018. Now, I shared that post. Now, when I shared that post, I wasn't aware that it was a crime or whatever and could put you on a sex register. Now I am aware. I've took it upon myself.
And the crazy thing is, they use all that weird twisted shit to try and get people set up and all that in their weird twisted fucking windy licking fucking actions. So not only do they think the people that are fucking doing that is like child abuse shit and getting them locked up, they try and set people up. They try and get people to play that, try and get people to fucking say shit they shouldn't say. They try and get people to fucking, like, they can't go and look into Hampstead or Hoaxstead, all that shit. They think they're a big mafioso. They're a bunch of windy little fucks who most of them are going to lose the jobs they've got or fucking had or relatives have got, if any, as soon as this gets properly investigated. You fucking idiots.
So, and warn some people, warn people in the movement, because I don't want the movement painted in shit. It's as simple as that for me. Now, okay, let's flip it back round. I've warned quite a lot of people of this or whatever. Now, I've been active in this movement for quite a while or whatever. Now, the person who told me that it was a crime and showed me the letter of the law and it was Danny Jones. Now, Danny Jones, credit to him, okay, he's shown us all, this is a crime, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, we were aware of that. Thank you for that information, Danny. Very good. At that point, you've already told us the message, that's fine. You've seen me tell lots of people that message, that's also fine. Now, me and Umbrella are now talking and whatever, and actually we see eye to eye on quite a lot of things. Now, at that point, Danny should be happy that he's pointed something out. It's been addressed by myself and other people, and now many people are aware of that, but apparently not. Apparently that's not enough or whatever. So what we should now be looking at really is what's Danny's massive interest? Why is he so invested into this? More or less demanding that people don't talk about this or whatever. We don't.
Exactly, mate. Who the fuck do you think they are? The police. What was I wanting to show there? Right.
Dane Harvey, you're back.
Oh, there was fat fucking Michelle Bingham. Hey, I'll be seeing you soon, hen. Seeing you soon. Stay tuned for dates and times if you want to catch up with Michelle Bingham at some point. Should we go to court? I think. And what was I going to show there? Okay, so here's Mike Dice. Not only just sharing me a Stasi creepy ass bastard fucking database he's got. Oh, if he starts, ask him why he left a 1-star review on a Sheriff Courts page. Dirty cunt he is. Right, so they think they're wide because they've got cops and ex-cops and they can go and check people's criminal records out and all that shit. Right? I don't make you wide, mate. It means that you're putting people's fucking jobs and fucking on the line because you're out there acting like a windy-licking bunch of fucking vigilantes online breaking all sorts of fucking laws. And as I'm stating down below here, which they keep filing privacy complaints, fraudulent privacy complaints, they don't want people to know that they've got social workers in their network because they're not in a network. They've got ex-cops in their network. They illegally access people's fucking data protected information and share it amongst themselves. Evidenced right here to bully and harass and gaslight folk. I hadn't spoke to this Malcolm Conrad and Ogilvy or argued with him for years, but Flow Destroyer knew I had. And he came in, oh, love you, here's the donation. Oh, here's a little file on someone you don't like. Well, I didn't, that's not why am I surprised somebody's got a database on that walloper. Oh, well, we've got more shit on him, we fucking know about his court details and all that shit. He was in my comments slagging you off with that ex-Amber profile thing. Bit rich from him, really. You know what I mean? Don't tell anybody about my ex-hamster profile. That is secret. He and his friends, Cat Scott. Did I show you that thing earlier on? The murky troll swamp. And this is where... So here's Shiva Burton.
Religious affiliation, aged...
Oh, there's the guy with the eyebrow escaping again. I'll get back to him. Where was I? Oh, right, aye, Cat Scott. His friend, he and his friend Cat Scott are already tied to the tracks. Karma train is on its way. LOL, he don't bother anyone except old ladies. He's a melt. Aye, well, mate, all you do is like fucking say you're helping people and go around and fucking target innocent folk. You fucking arsehole with your Stasi like fucking weirdo shit. So when you see oh man, this is the weirdest thing ever. Can't explain to you what's happening. Right, okay, that's no one. Where am I? So when you see where's the Cat Scott thing? I lost it. Is that it there? Ah, shit. Is this the Cat Scott thing? No, it's not. Right, when you see Shiva Burton. Fucking hell, where's the Cat Scott thing? I fucking knew about it. Anyway, let me see, I'll get it up.
Religious affiliation, age, disability, or serious disease.
Right, so this is them fighting the power. So Shiva Burton is part of this community that Flo was building to investigate Brian Harvey. Other people that were on the radar was Malcolm Conrad Ogilvy, Cat Scott, who now they're putting out videos that, hey, she's just mysteriously got banned from Twitter. Woo, victory for us. So we also got Sabine McNeil sent down fucking for years because she believed that she was batshit crazy and she believed in a conspiracy. Oh, kudos to us. Look how great we are. I can sleep easy tonight knowing that I'm locking old woman up. Well, Mike Dice, you fucking Stasi, creepy fucking bastard. You're also in Crossman's here. You're also in fucking Pie Zygotes here. You creepy bastard. And please, mate, I'd love to be able to get you in the realms of a courtroom. Because again, then people would know where Mike Dice is going to be and can come and actually address or confront you about some of the shite you've done under the disguise of Flow Destroyer. Because you're not a troll, but you like to destroy people's flows. And my second in command's called Grop Knob the Troll. Here's my other best pal, Lady Sparkle. Anyway, so let's get right through the rest of this shit.
Speak about this, whatever. Now, this is nothing to do with Danny's family or anything whatsoever. So there is no.
Curtain Twitcher, nothing better today, mate. I know it's hard because the more invested they are, the more people think they're deep state Illuminati and all that. When they're just a bunch of windy licking idiots online with nothing better to do. His wife kicked him out and he fucking took his midlife crisis with his ginger hair, started turning fucking silver out on people on YouTube. Going about beating up people in the name of justice. Fucking Fandan. And I think, I don't know. I've not watched this, to be honest. I think this is where a lot of... Oh no, was this the bit where he's got Lady Sparkle to start? Might use this in court. What's happening?
Dane Harvey, you're back.
Oh, well, Michelle Bingham. Your voice is very distinct.
Dane Harvey, you're back.
Oh, Michelle Bingham, your voice is very distinctive, fine. I've not watched that.
Harvey, you're back.
Time for everyone to know.
Dane Harvey,
Government
you're
troll,
back.
waste man, flow destroyer, comes online, tries to fucking annoy you.
Right, so for 7 long years, these creepy Stasi bastards are sitting collecting secret files on people, fucking getting ex-cops to play James Bond and spy, trying to get people that work in social work departments to dig up dirt on people that they deem guilty online and bully and harass them with fucking illegally obtained information while trying to pretend that they're the police. Fighting hoaxes while like Danny Jones can't tell you his real name or the fact that he's a criminal. Fucking hypocrite fucking wankers. Oh, I don't know. It's funny. And then like again, you get banged to rights with them keeping Stasi like fucking Stasi like databases on people. You know? So when you see Brian Harvey acting like a fucking Fruit Loop, remember these idiots are sending people to his front door, right? Now I don't care who you are. See if you start fucking making somebody feel attacked and under threat in their own house, they're capable of going like that and acting all forms of fucking retarded. And I ain't going to hold that against somebody because I understand with the fucking the lengths these fuckers go to, the DWP's time they'll waste. Who do you think's been phoning the cops to Brian Harvey's fucking door every time he's doing something that they can phone 999 about? It isn't because people were concerned about his health, it's because they're trying to gaslight him and make him look like a fucking bigger Fruit Loop than he actually is right now. And who is it? Well, Shiva Burton's one of them. Mike Dice is another one of them. Lady Sparkle, Michelle Bingham is one of them. Danny Jones is another one. Mayfair is another one. Database rights, the basics. These motherfuckers should learn that before they go about trying to get people banged to rights. Now here's a guy who can't keep an eyebrow in his fucking face. Let's see if I think he's deleted all the videos he made about me as well, because Flow Destroyer is trying to get me in court and charged and all that with all the evidence he's got against me. Oh fuck, there's a new one. Fucking arsehole removed all the fucking videos he made about me. Prick. But exposing the dark side of the truth community. I'm exposing the dark side of the people trying to expose the dark side of the truth community, you fucking idiot. Let's see. I just removed all my comments. Made some videos about it. And then on the word of his Lord Commander, Flow Destroyer then removes it because it makes them look bad while they're attacking me while trying to make it look like I'm attacking them. Well, you fucking retard. Remember who it was that came to me first and foremost. I get nothing to lose. Now I want to go the whole distance with this. So, let's do it. Anyway, so what else have we got here? I've done that. Don't want to do that. Databases that they're holding.
He's back.
Oh, Titus Frost. Right, so here's this guy attacking Titus Frost, who was also on the channel Mayfair, who was attacking Titus Frost so many years ago. So, and they're all part of the same meme community that I came across that Flow Destroyer was building to investigate the Brian Harvey stuff. So it's a big massive gang of fucking online trolls who think they're the hoax police, while not being able to tell you their real name and being criminals, bouncing about the internet, fucking telling you about multi-criminal the YouTube multi-criminal network, while being part of a network that has criminals in it. Who have multiple channels, and those individuals who have those channels even have multiple accounts. It's hilarious. But I'm so glad, mate, your life's work, look, well worth it. Let's go through it and see some of the people that he's targeting. There's random rants of Ryan. Right? But they're all independently targeted the same people. Just like the Truther movement independently targets Soros and Bill Gates. These idiots independently targeted all these same people. Independently targeted them all. What the fuck was his name again? I forget his name. Is this like all the suspects they've got round the side? Is this what he's doing? So again, no judge, no jury, no executioner, but these people know, they're the real people, they're really telling you the truth. Unlike these fake truth tellers, we're the real truth. There's random rants of Ryan, there's Titus Frost. Seem to be obsessed with the same characters. The exact same fucking characters, because they believed in a conspiracy that they felt was wrong. Oh, you believed Celtic was fucking better than Rangers. We're going to send out the UVF to come and burn down your fucking house. It's the mentality of these windy-looking idiots, and they do. Oh, look at that. Whoa! Woo, life's work. Now he's retiring back onto Civvy Street, but he can't be retiring onto Civvy Street because he made another video a day ago, although he was proclaiming that he was retiring 2 weeks ago. Just can't he stay away for the fame, matey? Just can't he stay away for the fame? And oh man, look like you're going to save the world. See how you're going to save the world this time?
I'll show you some of his.
Oh no, that's that fucking shitty one. Right, listen, watch that.
I'm Brian Harvey. Did a few videos on you last year. Haven't done anything for ages.
This is somebody else who appears to have been targeted through touching base with Brian Harvey's chat room. Which many people in my chat room might have experienced as well. What they do is they single out people who interact with certain YouTube channels and shows that they're watching, that they've decided that they get the network to target, and then they individually single them off and start bombarding them and trolling them. Look at this, how can you go here, this guy's this? Like a weird bunch of crazy Stasi bastards. That's because they are a big bunch of crazy Stasi bastards.
And again, just for the sake of documentation, because yes, I fell asleep early last night and I woke up really early and I've woken up to all this nonsense. So yeah, I'm up, but guess what? My children are with their daddy, so it's all fine before you all jump on my case for being a...
Look, she's actually listening to these people. You're a bad mother. Remember that. See, this is the exact same MO they done to that with Solutions and other people. Dirty bastards, threatening people with the roof over their heads, the food in their mouth, and the kids in their bedroom. And they think they're the good guys. Well, the sooner you get ran off of fucking YouTube land and no cunts falling for your fucking weird Stasi-like fucking tactics, the better. Bring in internet IDs and watch you fucking motherfuckers all evaporate like that.
You absolute morons. It's 4:30 in the morning, right? It's 4:30 in the morning and my video is still uploading because it was like 5 hours. And the fruitcake monitor, just get these, right?
Because they just lick windows. Fruitcake monitors, I think, so the best guess is it's that Plisco one. He's like borderline fucking, I mean, not borderline, he is insane. Absolutely insane, but he thinks that's cool, big and clever because he's a windy licker. Right? Now, and what they're doing, what this Mike Dice, Shiva Burton, Danny Jones, Grobnob, Wavy Davy, Mayfair, Lady Sparkle, Plisco, Michael the Mouse Family, what they're doing is sending people to Brian Harvey's fucking house. Somehow, some way, they've got Crossman now targeting Brian Harvey. They've now got Paizygoat targeting Brian Harvey. What they do as well is they make up accounts pretending to other people and turn people in on folk. In fact, that one I was just showing there, that lassie I was just showing there, videos I shown last week, she's talking about how she's talking to people that are on the left and on the right, and our trolls are going to the people that she's talking to on the left and right and telling... It's mental what they're doing. It's really disgusting as well. And the sooner they stop, the better. So here's Plisco, Neil Plisco, obsessing about Brian Harvey, right? So again, there's Danny Jones, there's I Am Ian Puddick, Flow Destroyer, Boris Johnston, and this was only, when was this? This was only the 23rd of April 2020. So they're all still part of the same network. They're all still trolling the same people. They're all still obsessing in and around Ian Puddock, Brian Harvey, and all that pish. You figure out why, I don't know. But they're all doing it, and it's as plain as fucking day. Creepy bastards. Fuck knows what that was that was removed. Right, the last two have been removed. Let's have a wee look and see what they were. Thank you. That was a video put up by a mock account, not a sock account. Brian Harvey and Brian Hurl connected to lowlifes. Who the fuck was that? Oh, that was that fucking Mayfair. That's the video Mayfair deleted. Now let's see if these windy lickers are over on the BitChute, eh? I heard that. I heard what's the guy's name called whose eyebrows escaping? OG1 Kenobi. I heard his him talking about the shit shoot and how they had shit on shit shoot. So let's see if no results found. That was the name of the video though that he went and deleted. I wonder if we'll have it on the YouTubes. Nah, gone. But I don't even know who that Brian Horrell is or whatever, right? But they were connecting him to like paedophilia and all that shit. Again, more gaslighting attempts of Brian Harvey. By who? By Mike Dice, Hoaxstead, Lady Sparkle, Grobnob Patrol, all the little fucking cretins that were bouncing around with this fucking arsehole when he fucking first started donating to my channel and telling me how great it was and sending me databases of people that they're monitoring and investigating like some Magnum fucking Chukter fucking PI weird gimp. Anyway, that's enough of that. Right, so that's all over and done me, thank fuck. It's not too bad. 11:30. Time for a wee Peaky Blinders. And telling me how great it was. And I know, I'm fucking so great. And remember, folks, I'm so great. Make sure you thumbs it up. Share it with your friends, your family, your foes. Help the channel and the show grow. What I'm doing here is digital busking. It is all available and accessible, free of charge. I'm going to do such a good job, you'll find value in what I do, and use your spare change, not your life savings, in the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. And a mega thanks to those who do. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Tune in on Friday for not what I was about to say. Tune in Friday for See Through the Fear Porn Friday. If anybody wants to get involved, Skype, email, WhatsApp, Zoom, details down below if you want to get involved in the Zoom. I'll say hi to the folks in the chat and I'll get out of here. Make sure you sub and bell up as well, as I've got plenty of time on my hands, so I'll be putting out some videos on a daily basis, I think, again. Why not? Why not, man? It keeps the boredom at bay. I'm running out of games to play, and I'm running out of Netflix shit that interests me. Anyway, in the evening, one and all, thanks for joining. Make sure you do thumbs it up, share it, friends, family, foes. Pontiac, in the evening, my man. Devon, Fraud and Corruption, Miss Spice. Thanks for joining, guys and girls. Thanks to a Ringhole. Thanks to a Ringhole. Thanks for watching a Ringhole. Yeah. It's like fucking Rangers fans going to a fucking Parkhead every week, you know? You're like, what the fuck you all about, you fruitcake? Bron McVicker, how you doing, my man? Miss Spice, who cares? Miss Spice, Flying Irish. Maria, you gotta see her in the evening. Pontiac, in the evening, everybody. Maria, Bright 77 was in as well. Flying Irish, RBN, Richie, Pontiac, Q McMillan. Hopefully I've said hi to everybody. If I haven't, Deep State Illuminati, and I'm censoring you. So thanks everybody. Tune in on Friday for See Through the Fear Porn Friday. Sub up and bell up. Hold on. Sub up and... I was acting all cool there. Sub up and bell up like that wee thing's telling you. That wee thing there. Make sure you get all the notifications for the stuff that I'm doing during the week. Might even do a few live streams and stuff, you know, if people are up for it. If people are interested. Oh, hold on. I'm going to do a little bit of live editing. That'll look so weird to everybody, but with TC it'll look a lot better now. See? A lot cooler. Bigger. Better. And improved. So Bob, bell and sub up and all that jazz. And I'll hopefully see you next week. And see you on Friday as well, hopefully. Alright, you boob chips. Catchies. Hold on, that's not working. Work, goddamn you.
Clips.
Everything's made in China. My heart is made right.